money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money.
With Phil stumbling drunkenly out of his bed, appearing in his head all the things he's wanting to be said. 19 minutes are filled to fill, with so much time to kill. He promised chill, but all he does instead is beg and shill. His dreams online and straight away begins to whine, but always fine as long as Sharp's benign and doesn't step out of line. His content's immature for all to endure like fresh manure, but I feel sure he ran straight to feeling so insecure. The money earned from yesterday was withdrawn and long gone, as Phil's spending impulse is always had to stay on. If supports are also slow and stay so low and fails to grow, you never know, the show may turn into an easy Bingo. Once ticked off across the board with charge to what because the squad can be ignored just how much DSP makes us feel so bored to help us fight or sleep and try to keep alert to watch a creep who play bingo but a fill with bitch and why a sheep are also cheap while DSP is chasing green we're seeing green across the screen as filled routine predictability rivals are slow machine is not in burp and leaning ban it matters not if factory fun is child can't see if hours make him feel less of a man. Takes a drinking starts like before lunch and into a big pretending there for bills when truth is there to buy a wrestling JPEG talks about his shitty life of college cat and fatty life and all his strife of forgetting that it's done well and they were rife. With drama he will react but isn't act as a fact as he rehearsed to be exact and how he felt he was attacked. She's nearly over and a win is in sight with what to white despite Phil to light that tips were not white. We'll say alright it is okay and now it's time for Phil to play but first he'll say that tips will help from being off the other day. And with those words we win again, it's never if but always when the game is won. Thanks to that we made it to the very end. Hey guys, King Jet here, and welcome to DSP Bingo for is today, Tuesday the 6th of December 2022, aka my birthday. It is my birthday today, and fucking hooray for that. Ding Dong Die, I think, didn't intend for me to actually have an image of deep fried ice cream readily available and to show to you guys when he mentioned it earlier on, but lo and behold, you are witnessing deep fried ice cream right in front of you. It is something that I didn't have it today. I want to make that perfectly clear. Today, I went out and had a meal. My sister and my mother both treated me to lunch today. I went through to see them, and the place where we were at had this on. It is a part of the menu, but they had a picture of it. And I thought, you know, I don't fancy that. I'm not going to fancy dessert, but I'm going to take a picture of that just so I can show the bingo audience what deep fried ice cream looks like in Scotland. So there you go. I think it's an odd combination. I think it's bizarre. I don't know if I'd want to try it. It's weird. Jesus Christ, man. I mean, I'm someone who's an unhealthy bastard. Okay, I do eat bad stuff. You know, it's my one fucking, you know, vice. I am a fat bastard. I like eating my food. But I don't think I would want to eat this in a hurry. I'm not sure. There's something about it that kind of is weird to me. But I just thought I'd show it to you. Heather P says, if you ever can get Mexican fried ice cream, you got to try it. It's, I'll see if I can do that Mexican style ice cream. I think this ice cream was Italian style.
Money, yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Well, first of all, I mean, I should have another super chat to say before I read that one off. First of all, Sniper No Sniping sent a super chat. Thank you very much. A super chat. It says, happy birthday, my brother. God bless. Thank you very much, Sniper No Sniping. I do appreciate that. And Prophet also super chatted and says, happy birthday, ya prick. And yeah, I also appreciate that as well, Prophet. You know, happy birthday right back at you, ya wee diddy. Thank you very much, Prophet. And Sniper No Sniping as well. Ludwig Ward Orders in the chat. Hey, hope you're doing well, pal. He has released a new video. I've seen it earlier on. Interesting video. I think he's trying his best to try and get other creators to do their best, you know, work with it, because he had a whole bunch of lyrics for the first half of the video, and then he had the music exclusively for the second half of the video. And I think he's trying his best to encourage other people to get creative with the things that he provided. You know what I mean? It's one of those kind of things. That's a kind of takeaway I had from it anyway. But the tune was a banging tune. You know, it's just a whole assortment of fill quotes and everything else, and just a kind of presentation of it all. So yeah, check out Ludwig's latest video if you're curious about that, and you know, I might even encourage some of you guys to have some ideas of what you could do with the kind of ideas presented there. So yeah, but yeah, let's get away from fucking, you know, this fucking deep fried ice cream. Fuck me, man. Enough of that. Dashy says, hi birthday, you English fanny. Well, thank you, Dashy. D-mod, not only kidding. Well, it's a week, he's online as you can see. He's right fucking there. What's he saying? He's talking about Costa Protocol again. Once more, he is talking about Costa Protocol. Shame the PC version still sucks. They patched it, I heard, but no idea if it's better. It doesn't mean the game overall sucks, like so many are saying. Oh my god, we're gonna get some more fucking Callisto Protocol whining, aren't we? He is not going to fucking let up on that garbage. I don't know what I'm going to do for the free space station. We'll just have it normal. Because look, the title of the stream is interesting. Christmas Marathon Planning, then more of this fucking Costa Protocol game. So I'm not sure what to have for the centre space. I was just going to go with Snort. Although we can do something unique instead if you guys think we could get away with doing something. I don't know, any suggestions? Cliff F says happy birthday from a sane American isn't oxymoron I've ever heard one right there. But thank you very much. But yeah, I don't know what I should do for the centre space for the bingo. I could just do snort as usual, or I could try and do something unique. Christmas marathon. So just do Christmas. Yeah, well, he's going to talk about it anyway, so I guess. So right, why not? I'll just do I'll just take Christmas. Xmas. And never mind the free space. Should we stick to a 5x5? It should be a normal, you know, length free stream.
Yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much to Pam Slow for a super chat. They're saying that from one Scot to another, happy birthday, got in your cell, big and gate laldy. And then you typed Gaelic, and I'm not even going to try and pretend to know how to, you know, pronounce that. It's like Slate Ma. I don't know, I have no idea how to pronounce this. Those last two words, I'm absolutely lost. In my defence, Scots Gaelic is a bit of a dying language, it's very rarely spoke. But yeah, I'm absolutely at a loss of how to even pronounce those last two words, I'm afraid. But thank you very much, Pam Solo, for super chat, I do appreciate it. I'm going to generate bingo cards, but before we even see what we're going to use for like, bingo properly, we need to spin the wheel. Excited? Excited! Dabby dozy. Excited is the word we're going to be using for today's bingo, and Phil loves saying this word. This is going to be a very quick thing to get ticked off anyway, that's for damn sure. He's always excited, it's an exciting time, should be an exciting stream, should be an exciting positive, you know, game and all that jazz. His DL should be exciting and all this rubbish. Pam Solo's trying to educate me on how to say what they said. Slanjiva. I would never have guessed Slanjiva was the way to pronounce those last two words, but I do appreciate the education, thank you very much. I mean, what does it mean anything? I could just, you know, fucking Google, you know, copy and paste that and put it into Google, but it's one of those things, I assume it's like something maybe, you know, happy birthday or fuck off, one of the two. Either or, I appreciate. If it means happy birthday or fuck off, I still appreciate it either way, but thank you very much for the kind words anyway, I do appreciate it, and thank everyone else as well with their birthday wishes. I see you all, Grave, Kipper, and also as Ailed Mutt as well, Candy Sheiks, randomly excited and all that. It's like, we know what we're going to do, we know what we're going to do at bingo. Excited. I need a number, guys. I need a number between 1 and 208. The first number I see in chat, which contains a number 1, would be the card I picked for today's card for game. I think Bill Brasky was technically the winner there. As soon as I said it, essentially, he had 137. So I'm going to say Bill Brasky wins that one. So, mind your eyes, guys, I'm going to have to fucking hold this enter button for a while until we get to the 137 bingo card. So, if you don't like flashing images, just kind of look away for the next, like, you know, 20 seconds or so. Just a wee word of warning. There we go, we have the 137 bingo card. Okay, before we even continue, let's just make sure Phil's not fucking gone live yet. Okay, yeah, hasn't. Okay, good shit. But yeah, so where the fuck is he? No, he's not touched, so not tight for a wee while. As you can see, Phil's members at 484. He is 90... Oh, fuck, me and doing maths. He's 91 away from his goal. 91 members away from doing his goal. Dashy suggested me doing my age. Nah. I mean, nah, for the bingo card. Nah, I mean, it's just, nah. I've already picked the card. I feel like I've been denying people. I mean, this is the card. Left-hand side card was what I was going to use anyway. And I feel like I've already picked the damn thing. So if I change it now, it feels like I'm just trying to get away from this card. Hang on, we'll see how tough this card is. Hang on. In fact, shocked, hate to say, oh, excited, him burping, him saying wow, him doing prayer hands, him saying on demand and absolutely, him saying okay, honest, him saying Christmas, him saying disgusting, and him saying friend, him doing clown mode, business, YouTuber Chelsea, no exaggeration, and new games, and then him saying alright, that being said, members, you guys, and pig splaining. Is that a strong card? I'm not sure if it's a strong card or not.
Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much to Brad Bunning for a very generous super chat there. Earlier this year, I went through a very turbulent time in my personal life. Not long after that, I found your stream and you provided me with something consistent and entertaining right when I needed stability. Have a great birthday and Christmas. That's extremely nice of you, Brad. I really do appreciate it. And I'm glad you're doing better now than you were back then. I mean, also, I had no idea you were obviously going through anything. This is the first I've heard of it, you know what I mean? But it's one of those things where I'm glad, you know, even without being aware of it, I was able to help in some capacity, you know. So yeah, man, it's just if you ever need to, you know, talk or anything, just let us know. If you ever need to be, you know, blever, just in case you ever need somebody just to listen, you know what I mean. I've talked to people before. I think you know, sometimes it helps to talk, and sometimes it just helps to have someone to listen. You know what I'm saying? And I'm always happy to try and be there for somebody if I have to be, you know. And it's one of those things I don't mind doing. So just if you ever, you know, need to be blever, just let us know, man. But yeah, I'm glad you're doing better now. You know what I mean? And I do appreciate the kind words, and of course the money, but you get the kind words as well. Very, very, very heartfelt. It's bizarre how this dumbass random idea of me doing bingo kind of just kind of grew arms and legs a wee bit. You know what I mean? And it has a kind of wee core following now. It's pretty fucking mental. But thank you very much for all the kind messages from obviously everyone in chat as well. It's been very nice and supportive, not just obviously to me, but also they're also sending you all the best as well, Brad. All these lovely words towards you as well. So yeah, okay. Because Dashi suggested it before, and Bill Braska doesn't mind, I am going to use, instead of that card, we're going to use, Jesus, there's so many different cards. We're going to use the 36th bingo card, okay? What is so important about 36? It's my age. I am getting old, although I'm sure some of you are older. That noise in the background was not my dog, that was actually my fiancée. My niece is staying over, so they're all loud sometimes. No more docs. I have doxed my age. I am a young 36 years of age. Shush, we're getting older. But yeah, my wee niece is staying over as well, so my fiancée is obviously, you know, helping look after her as well, and it's one of those things where she's been quite loud. Well, both of them are, but the very wee niece is no well, so that's why she's staying with us right now. Right, the bingo card for today's game is on the left-hand side. Variety, him being toxic, him saying disgusting, him saying it is what it is, and support. Him pig-splitting something, him saying alright, him saying that being said, pointing towards camera and doing the prayer hands. Then him doing a lip smack, him standing up, him talking about Christmas, him having a dumb close-up and a years ago story. Then him doing a stash scratch, him saying shocked, him saying update, interesting and absolutely. And the final row is him doing defence mode, him in clown mode, him saying dude, 15 plus dollars and tips, and by the way. Tough card. Is Phil live yet? I feel like I would have missed Phil going live. Anyway, I'm going to get this bingo card saved. I'll get the game all set up properly. I'm going to turn up music. You guys can enjoy the music while I save his bingo card and try and get set up before Phil goes properly live, because he's probably going to go live very, very soon. And I should run a wee bit late, I feel, you know, so I better make sure I get it sorted before Phil actually begins to stream. So thanks again, guys. Enjoy the music, and I'll get everything set up.
Anyone else but themselves. They're selfish idiots who just want to get a laugh on someone else's behalf and don't care about the repercussions of their own actions. They think they're protected because they're all anonymous on the internet, right? So here I am with an actual business being destroyed by that toxic behavior.
Bingo,
Me. That's what this is all about and what it's always been. Me. I care about nothing in life. Pieces of shit. Kill yourself. Me. I don't care about anyone telling me that I need to improve or change. My nigga, I have your IP, I have your name, and I have your address. I have all your fucking personal information. I will come find you in real life.
I'm gonna find out who the fuck you are. Let this be noticed live on the internet. You're fucked and you are done. I'm coming for you.
Me. That's what this is all about and what it's always been. Me.
Money, yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Bloody hell. I mean, I got a game set up very quickly and I'm trying to get through all these support. Hang on. Thank you first of all, thank you very much to Jeffrey Walsh who super chat says, "Happy birthday, thanks for all the fun times and ill rhymes." No problem, I'm glad someone appreciates ill rhymes. Ill's one way to describe my rhymes, another way to describe might be shite. I don't know. I mean, I'm just doing this for fun, obviously. I mean, I don't obviously. I think I've got a way with words, but at the same time, I know I'm not fucking that good at this. I don't know what I do. I'm not bad at putting some words together, you know what I mean? But I'm certainly no performer, so I just have some fun with it, you know. I just go with it. But I'm glad you enjoy it anyway. Thank you very much to Eric for super chat as well. Says happy birthday. Thank you very much for that. I do appreciate it. And thank you very much to SCP Sophie, who also sent super chat saying happy birthday, King me re. So there we go, guys. Thank you very much. I do appreciate the contributions. You can. I mean, that's just because of my birthday, it's okay. It's just another day at the end of things. You know what I mean. So I do appreciate everyone's, positivity and support. But I'm not going to be like Phil. I'm not going to try and make a big, massive fucking deal over it. It's just one of those things. It's only my birthday, you know. I mean, it's just one more day a year, you know. But yeah, I mean, at least I'm not fucking going to make a whole big fucking month-long celebration like Phil does usually. You know, Jesus Christ. But yeah, you may have noticed the thumbnail. The thumbnail had Phil eating birthday cake. That was from. It took me a wee while to get a good thumbnail. I'm not going to lie. I was trying to find like the most pertinent frame to use for such an iconic shot. Man's like, you don't celebrate for a whole week, not even a birthday medal. Well, it's funny you mention. I mean, today, as I'm saying, I'll briefly go through how today went for me. So, I went back to my hometown, saw my mum, saw my sister. We had a meal together. They treated me to lunch. I had halloumi fries for a starter, and I had fish and chips for my main. It was very nice, and it was a very enjoyable meal. And and then I came back home and just chilled. So yeah, that's a very brief summary of my day. You know, when I saw my mother, saw my sister, got happy birthday wishes. It was very nice to see them, and then came back home and and I'm here. Now, Phil tried to tell that fucking story would obviously last a long fucking time. I was like, guys, so this is what happened, okay? I got to the fucking restaurant and I had to wait 10 whole minutes just to be seen by the fucking waitress. I was like, dude, come on. I've got a stream later on. See, Phil would fucking make a big fucking song and dance with this fucking thing for sure. Because he always fucking prolongs his goddamn stories to ridiculous proportions. Who fucking cares? Just get the fucking details out there. You don't fucking need to fucking over-elaborate on shit. Tommy was saying if we get a full house today, can we donate the money to use a birthday present? No. No. No, I refuse. You guys are too generous as it is. No. I'd rather just do charity instead of something.
Money, yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much to Jonathan J for super chat. It says happy birthday, King, and a couple of party smelly things as well. The party smelly emojis. Thank you very much, Jonathan J. I appreciate it. Tom Tony says, happy birthday, thanks for spending your time with us today, playing the thing. No problem. I mean, it's one of those things. I was probably sure I was going to bingo anyway, you know what I mean? Today was never going to be a day about doing too much, you know what I mean? Because obviously, I'm off work anyway, so I don't have to worry about work. And as I said, I spent a day seeing family anyway. But today was also, I mean, it's just a birthday at the end of the day. I wasn't going to do anything crazy for it, you know, especially during the week. Tomorrow, I'm going out for a meal with my fiance. And obviously, if I was streaming tomorrow, I would have missed the bingo. But fortunately enough, it just coincides where he's not streaming, so there is no Phil stream to miss. So I'll just do whatever I want tomorrow. Prophet says, "Did a waitress have big boobs?" And Phil, if I'm pretending with Phil, then I wouldn't notice those things. He doesn't sexualise, women anymore. He doesn't even look in that way. So I don't know. Okay guys, we're starting the bingo. Phil is now live and we're about to begin the game. So you guys all know the drill. If Phil snorts 25 times, that's a free space. If he snorts 50 times, that's another free space. That's how that kind of thing works. If we get 100 likes on Phil's stream or this stream before bingo ends, or at least until, or when before Phil starts recording for, YouTube gameplay, if 100 likes means we get a free space as well. Phil gets to blow bubbles essentially. Or if we get 100 likes here as well. 25 out of 25 means that one of you guys can win a prize. So, yeah. Here we go, guys. Good fucking luck. Fingers crossed. Let's win this.
Good morning, everyone, and happy holidays. Welcome to the Level 1 podcast. We're busy having fun down here on Level 1. Today is Tuesday, the 6th of December, 2022. I, of course, am Darkside Phil, and I welcome you here to the show. Today is my final consecutive streaming day of the week. That is right. So, my friends, how are you all doing? I hope that you're all doing well, and I hope that you're all...
Yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much for Tommy for Super Chat. It says, I am new to this whole DSP detractor thing, but so far it's been a blast being here with everyone. This is both a thank you and a high birthday king, and to keep the congratulation in other languages, Mazel Tov. I do appreciate that. I'm not going to lie to you, I have no idea what sort of currency that is in originally. I don't recognise the symbol too well, so I'm like, he said Mazel Tov, so that might have something to do with it, maybe. But I'm not going to pretend to know what it is. So if I don't know something, I'm not going to usually try and pretend to understand what currency it is. But I still do appreciate it all the same. And yeah, thank you for the very kind words. Yeah, I mean, as I'm saying, I've been detracting on Phil for fucking almost a decade now. It's like 2014, 2015 is when I started following his antics, and yeah, I've only been making videos on Phil properly, as I said, for the last like year or two. But other than that, though, that's what I'm saying. I've seen a lot of detractors come and go. I was part of the audience most of that time, and I know I also pick up things here and there, retain some useful bits of information about things that Phil's done in the past, whatever. I'm a big supporter of trying our best to educate the newer detractors on the classic Phil lore, because there's a lot of gold in there, that's for sure. There's so much gold from back in the fucking day. You got things like, him getting his ass fired by Machinima, Liana dumping his ass, obviously the incident, infamous, of course, the incident. You got the Wolverine toy story, whatever, all these things, happened years and years ago. Jesus Christ, it's such fucking gold dust. Israeli currency, okay, that's cool. As I said, I don't recognise it's a cool little symbol, actually. It's like fucking, it's a strange symbol for the currency for sure. I don't recognise it at all. Train has shared Ludwig's newest video. I've watched it already. I told you guys about it as well. I've seen Ludwig in the chat earlier on, so I didn't include a link, of course, because I couldn't be arsed getting a link because I'm a lazy bastard. Sorry about that. But Train has provided a link in chat now. And there you go. So Train's provided the link to Ludwig's latest musical creation video, which should encourage creativity in our detractors, I do hope. But yeah, so far I got one off of the bingo board already because Phil done a lip smack. At least I don't think he's done anything else. We don't have friends on this board, do we? No, we don't. So anyway, thank you very much again, Tolwyn, for the chat. And yeah, I'm glad people are enjoying the daft stuff I do. I am going to go 1.5 speeds right now because I've got a few I'm going to fall behind already, and I don't want to fall too far behind.
Friends, how are you all doing? I hope that you're all doing well, and I hope that you're all in a good holiday festive mood. I know I am. All right, I've been having a good time recently on the streams with the insane amount of new release content, all balanced here for you. And I'll be honest, I'm having a hard time being caught up with all of it. I know I'm falling behind on several new releases that people want to see. I'm doing my best. I'm taking in your feedback on how to tackle all of this gaming goodness, right? That's been going on. And it's tough. It's tough when you can't please everyone because everyone seems to want something different, okay? Today on the show, what we will actually do is we will recap what's been going on this week and let you know exactly what I'm going to be doing the next week, simply because it looks like there's going to be, a new game in the mix, but we're not sure what yet. It looks like Pokemon's going to become a daytime stream per your request. It looks like, at least for the near future, we're going to be giving Warzone a go. It looks like we'll be finishing Callisto Protocol. We got all this stuff going on, but some other stuff that we need to talk about this morning.
Money, yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much to Anders Pack for Super Chat. It says, I hope I win the prize so I can Super Chat it to you and seem like a generous bloke. By the way, classmate, guys, you've been fucking supportive already. You don't have to worry about that, guys. If we get a full house in today's bingo, either one of you guys can win it, or we can do it to charity. I don't need to keep. If I win the prize, I'm aside for just not doing anything.
Yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you to Black Mentor Super Chat. It says, I'm naked and stoned while eating Doritos and drinking Rockstar. Happy birthday. that is interesting information, and I'm definitely going to do about it, absolutely forget about it, so I don't get a strong mental image of that, retaining in my head for a while. Sadly, it's in there and it's not going away anytime soon. I'll be taking another sip of alcohol to try and get it out. Thank you very much, Black Mage, for that quite unique mental image that you provided everyone. I'm drinking Desperados, by the way, in case anyone's curious. Got a whole box of them, and I'm on the first one, so one down, several to go. Yeah, so I'm just trying to make sure, I want to make sure I don't miss anything in this card. That's what I'm saying. We're at 1.25 speeds, so we're going a little bit faster. And I just want to make sure we don't miss anything in the card. So, eyes and ears open, alerts, just good luck. Chris, thank you very much for the kind words.
Finishing Callisto Protocol. We get all this stuff going on, but some other stuff that we need to talk about this morning is the upcoming Christmas Marathon event. I'm curious to hear your input on a couple of things. Namely, is there any kind of liquor that you think would be holiday themed or would be good to have?
Oh my fucking god, of course he wasn't talking about his audience of his liquor. Guys, please tell me what sort of alcohol I should buy for my Christmas marathon. Jesus, man. So this is what he wants. He wants his audience to tell him what sort of alcohol to get for Christmas. Most of his audience says gin. It really does feel... Most of the audience just keeps telling him get gin, because it's what he's known for. Jesus Christ, man. Oh, man.
During the event that people traditionally drink for like Christmas time. But also, do you have any ideas for something that I could do for maybe a holiday-themed DSP Tries It or something like that? Because I do like doing something like that during the Christmas event. So we're going to talk about that during today's podcast. In addition... we also have some gaming news today that I'd like to talk about and discuss with you guys. So we'll do that on the show. A lot to discuss, but one other formal thing that we should actually get to before we even get to all of that. So for those of you who check out my daily schedule, I post up my schedule for the week in 2 different spots. I post it up on the community tab of my YouTube channel here, DSP Gaming, every single day. And then I also post it up on my Twitter at TheyCallMeDSP.
Of course, Phil's Twitter, I completely forgot about this, guys. Phil had a tweet last night. So, Santa Decides, so there's an account called Santa Decides, and it said that Jacksepticeye has made it another year on the nice list, and Phil had to respond to this, of course, and says, shit, I had no idea this account existed. I wonder if I've ever made the nice list, lol. Once again, Phil doing a pity mode tweet to his audience because he's not entirely sure if he's ever made a nice list, ever.
Money, yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much to Aisha Moto for Super Chat. It says, time for a wonderful day. Have some McD's on me if you have one. Remember, no troll tipping. Yes, guys. Please do not troll tip Phil. He's got plenty right now on his mind that will bait him and make him rage without troll tipping him. What are we just saying? Do I notice anything else with that tweet, by the way? The tweet here is broken, I think. The original tweet, if I can find it, the original tweet had... Where's Poems Mystery? Because I think he may have capped it. The original tweet has Jacksepticeye as well. Yeah. This is how it looks originally. So Phil tweeted this way. Knitter, for some reason, cut out Jacksepticeye maybe because there's multiple images or whatever. So yeah. Goodness me, it has a big YouTuber's name on it, so it draws attention. That's the thing, yeah. This is one of those things, once again, Phil... It's just a random thing for Phil to pick up on. And I'm trying to wonder why Phil would have even seen it in the first place. Like, there was like, he doesn't follow Santa Designs clearly. It's a fucking mystery for him. It came in and fucking blew. He had no idea that account existed. He had no idea that account existed at all. And yet he still saw it, so it probably popped up on some gaming feed kind of explore thing on his fucking Twitter. I don't fucking know. And Phil thinks he was definitely searching for it. It's just it's such a bizarre fucking tweet for Phil to make. Was I wonder if I've ever made the nice list. What do you fucking... If you've got to fucking ask, probably not. Probably fucking no. Dumbass. Anyway, we are falling way far behind already, guys. Thank you very much. You're all being lovely and all that, but at the same time... Oh, Phil remembered the logo! Guys, I remember the Level 1 podcast logo. His audience don't need to fucking not notice at all and not have to tell about it. Shout out to Fried Ice Cream. in Phil's chat. I'm not sure if that's a coincidence or not. It's kind of strange. After I showed off deep fried ice cream at the start of the goddamn show, there's a user in Phil's chat called Fried Ice Cream. I don't think it's possible because obviously it's a 24-hour sub-only mode. So there's no way the two are linked. There's no way. It's just a hell of a coincidence. K8 says, looking at top tier YouTube Twitters, clout chasing my guess is why Phil came across it. That's a quite distinct possibility for sure, yeah. That's also very possible. Anyway, on with the bingo. We've got a lot to get through and we've barely started and I'm already like 5 minutes behind.
Alright, and what's happened is, in the last year, as you guys know, I turned my pre-stream, which essentially just was me playing some music and then chatting with you guys when ads used to run on the screen. If you remember, the pre-stream used to look like this. This was it. You would just stare at a bunch of pre-stream rolls. You know, it wasn't me on camera. And we discussed the schedule and we went back and forth a little bit and I did some shout outs, but for the most part it was very impersonal, right? And so a year ago, it was actually in November of 2021, I took your feedback to heart. You said, Phil, if you're going to be doing this every day, instead of doing this, why not do this? Why not actually turn it into a show where you're directly talking with us every day? So that way it becomes a piece of content for you. It helps you diversify your content because there may be people who come by just for your podcast every day, as opposed to people who are coming by for the gameplay every day. There may be a whole new audience, or maybe an audience that comes for the podcast and every once in a while they'll stick around for the gameplay. And I was like, you know what? All that makes sense. So I changed. For the better, I feel, right? For 1 year now, I've been doing a podcast. At first, it was called the Pre-Stream Podcast. And then, you know, sometime earlier this year, we came in with the idea that we'll call it the Level 1 Podcast, right? Which was a great idea, I feel. You know, I'm glad that we came up with that. Thanks, Keemstar. And it's been good ever since. You know, we're rolling with it. It works. But the thing is, I've never really...
I don't know why he's thanking Keemstar when Keemstar never actually said level 1, as far as I'm aware. Didn't Keemstar say mission 1? You're still in mission 1. That was a quote. You're still in mission 1. So I guess Phil he's thanking Keemstar for something that Keemstar never actually fucking said, which is ironic. He's given Keemstar a free thank you for something he actually did not fucking do, which is just the funniest thing about it. He's pretending he stole an idea of Keemstar here when he didn't. I guess you could say maybe it's the same thing, mission 1, level 1, I don't know. I don't know if I'd say it's the same thing. I bet you could make that argument though, but I don't think it is personally.
Normally said anywhere, hey guys, you know, the podcast starts at so-and-so, and gameplay starts at so-and-so, alright? I'll be honest, yeah, I've kind of misrepresented what the first stream really is. I would say things like, for example, I would say, hey, today we're playing the Callisto Protocol on the first stream starting at 10:45 a.m. Pacific time. That's completely false. All right, it just did. I'm not starting with Callisto Protocol now. This is the podcast, right? The stream turns on at 10:45 a.m., correct? Correct. Then it runs some music for about maybe 15, 20 minutes to get people to join, and then we start with the podcast. And the podcast runs from roughly, you know, 11:05, 11:10, all the way till around 12:30 p.m. Pacific time. And this is every day it's like this. You know, I try to time it that way, so the podcast is just roughly a little over an hour long. And recently, if you haven't noticed, I made a concerted effort to try to end this podcast by 12:30. I don't want this podcast running insanely long unless there's a really, really good reason for it. I feel like by 12:30 p.m., we should be ending the show. I should be switching over to the gameplay. If I need to use the restroom or do something quickly before we start, I do it. So then, by roughly, let's say 12:45 p.m. Pacific time, we are into the game that I'm playing for that first stream. And then typically what I've been doing is, you know, I either play an hour and then I take a break, or I play 2 hours and I take a break, and the break's around 15 to 20 minutes long, and then we do a final hour. So each day, the first stream is about 20 minutes of, you know, intro music, the podcast, a brief break, 1 to 2 hours of gameplay, another brief break, and then a final hour of gameplay. All right, that's how we...
Take into account, Phil starts the stream usually at 10:45 a.m. Imagine fucking waiting 2 whole hours until you plan to begin gameplay. So 10:45 a.m. the stream goes live. And anyway, it's 2 hours so we can get a whole bunch of rambling and his fucking, you know, lack of fucking actual social life, you know, to fucking, he makes up for having a lack of an actual, you know, social life and human interaction in real world by just fucking doing his podcast. He has to fucking talk to his audience, otherwise he doesn't talk at all that fucking day pretty much. He doesn't fucking go out, he's a fucking hermit. So yeah, basically this podcast is basically for his benefit, so he can fucking just basically pretend he is being a normal human fucking being when he is anything but. Also, pause game on point once more. Phil is making a strange face. We've had better pauses, you know what I mean? But yeah, Phil's making a daft face as usual.
We break down the first stream every day. But my schedule has been misrepresenting this for a year. My schedule's basically been saying the game starts at 10:45 a.m. And that's wrong. And I think what's happened is you get people who come by, they trust the schedule, right? And they come by and they're like, where's the game? And then they complain, when does he start the game? Where's the game? His schedule says this was the game. And you know what? My fault. I will 100% take the responsibility for that.
I mean, yeah, because it's your fucking fault. Duh, no fucking shit. The Detractors have been saying this for a long fucking time, and you fucking called us toxic and fucking moronic and all that shit. You said, oh, we need to build up the audience. We need to fucking build up the audience and give people time to come to the stream, because most people fucking give, you know, their audience time to fucking come to the stream, and so their audience can build up. 2 goddamn hours, so 2 whole goddamn hours of people waiting for the fucking gameplay. You've been falsely advertising this shit for a long fucking time. The Detractors have called you out in this for a long fucking time, and you always dismissed it as just, oh, fucking the trolls are fucking, you know, making up bullshit reasons to bitch and whine or whatever. And now all of a sudden you're owning it. All of a sudden you're saying, oh yeah, my bad, guys. Fuck the fuck off, you lying sack of shit. I was going to say lying, I was going to say sack, and I was saying sign. But to be honest, Phil does sigh a lot as well, especially when he doesn't get his way.
A year ago, when I changed the pre-stream to the podcast, I never really redid my schedule. And it took me a whole year to kind of realize that schedule is not representative whatsoever of what the truth is. And so you may have people who are coming every day to the streams and like, what's going on? Now, Jasper, careful. He's pulling the wires. I don't want you to knock my controller down. That would not be good. There we go. I don't want people to have the wrong impression, come to the podcast and be like, oh, I came for gameplay. It looks like he's not playing, and he'll just leave. So moving forward, when I post up my schedule, all right, both on, you know, the main channel page of DSP Gaming on the community tab, as well on Twitter, all right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be sure to break it down into 3 different segments. The podcast segment, the Level 1 podcast, will say it starts at 10:45 a.m. Pacific.
Did he nearly mess up holding fingers?
Well, on Twitter, all right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be sure to break it down into 3.
Yeah, that ring finger at first. That ring finger was not going at first there. Look at that shit. He's like, wait, okay, so I'm going to hold up 2 fingers. Wait a second, I'm saying 3. Delayed reaction from the ring finger. I know Phil's ring is actually on his fucking upper hand, I assume anyway. Usually Phil wears his fucking ring, and if he doesn't wear it, people just fucking make fun of him for it, saying, oh, he's not married anymore.
Different segments. The podcast segment, the Level 1 podcast, will say it starts at 10:45 a.m. Pacific time. Then the gameplay will be starting at 12:45 p.m. Pacific time. So it will outright call that out. If you just want to come here for the gameplay, come around 12:45 p.m. Pacific time. That's about the time every day that we start with gameplay. All right? And then, you know, there's also the late stream, and the late stream starts at 6:45 p.m. Pacific time. And honestly, we don't really do any kind of a podcast or real pre-stream for that. I run a little bit of music, and usually we like jump right into the game. So in that case, I feel like the schedule has been accurate. It's just the first stream. That's kind of...
No, there's a question. I think there's a very fair question right fucking there you can ask Phil as well. If he has to fucking make sure that he has his audience build up before beginning stream, right? His reason for not starting straight away when he fucking has a stream go live is he has to fucking let the audience build up and build up and build up more. Why is that not a factor for a night stream? Why is that not a thing for night streams? Phil doesn't usually fucking fanny around when it comes to night streams. He usually just fucking starts a fucking stream, not long to wait, and then you're right into gameplay. The night streams somehow don't require this build-up of audience to join the fucking chat because the stream's live. It's very, very brief usually. MRC Midnight says the starts was 13, now it's 2. It was never meant to be 13. I'm trying my best to keep on track of the snorts. And yeah, the faster we go, the harder it is to pick up on snorts as well. We're at 1.25 speed right now. So, yeah, well, hopefully we'll not miss too many snorts. And if he does snort a lot today, hopefully we'll catch them all. And we were very close to 2 free spaces yesterday with the snorts. We were like 1 away, I think.
Kind of been inaccurate. All right. So, there you go. That's what we're going to do moving forward. And I hope this makes more sense. And I hope that you guys think that this is better. I hope, really. I mean, I understand that some people got turned off in the last year. Like, I don't understand. It says he's starting a game. I come, there's no game. What the hell is he doing? Now, the good news is in the last year, there's been a significant amount of people who've grown to love the Level 1 podcast. You know, people who come by, and a lot of times they're here just for the podcast. They're like, I'm not interested in the game you're playing on the stream, but I'll hang out for the podcast, chill with you, and then we'll come, later on or whatever. And, that's cool. That's really cool. So, that being said, thank you for understanding, and thanks. I forget who it was, because someone did actually call it out recently, in the last week. They were like, your schedule isn't really representative of what you do. And I looked at it last night, and all of a sudden it dawned on me. I was like, they're absolutely right. Yeah, this schedule's wrong. I should fix it. So in the spirit of the season, I listen to your feedback. That's right. There's one day a year that I listen to your feedback. And I said, all right, let's fix it. And I did. All right, so the schedule should now be correct moving forward. Okay, more representative of what we're actually doing here on the show. Sweet. All right. What I think we should do, is we should talk roughly about the schedule for the next week, because this is going to be a tough one, honestly, determining what we're going to be doing. I feel like, we're in a situation where it's going to be like, I can't please everyone, and it's disappointing because I want to please everyone, but I know
You're not going to please everyone all the fucking time. I fucking get it, Phil. What Dog just says, it's almost like the detractors have been saying this shit for years. Exactly. Fucking exactly, War Dog. Phil, I think so, because we are the ones, because the detractors were the ones that said originally, Phil tuned that shit out as just bullshit detractor claims. As soon as it's somebody he thought he could actually perhaps take seriously in his chats, I mean, not too fucking seriously, it's Phil after all, he doesn't even take his own audience seriously, but if he knows, if he's quite sure not there with bad intentions, he will then pay attention to what they're saying a wee bit more than usual. And even then, it took him several fucking days to clock on to the guy being right. But the fact that the detractors have been saying this for so long, and Phil just tuned out because we're the evil dirty detractors and all that shit, and we don't know what we're talking about. Phil's been doing this for 14 years and so on. Because he's the expert in the shit. He's the one that says he knows what he's fucking doing. He's always got a fucking plan. Bill fucking shit. He's always getting shit rang.
I can't unless I duplicate myself, which I don't have the ability to do. So I'm just going to do my absolute best, okay? And I certainly hope that you're understanding if what ends up happening isn't something exactly what you wanted, all right? Let's go through the schedule for the week. Today, the Callisto Protocol continues, all right? I'm excited for this. As you know, I've been one of the propagators, the people saying, I like this game. I don't understand why people are hating on the game. Half of the time, the things that people are saying that are negative, I can literally factually disprove about the game. It's just people being negative for this.
Did I pick the wrong bingo card? No, look at this. Where the hell's excited? Excited is the criteria. I think I picked the wrong fucking bingo card. Ah, fuck. Shit. Well, the fucking bingo card is extremely fucking random now. That's for damn sure. I just noticed that. Okay, fuck it. This is the card we've got. This is a hand we're dealt. So, it is what it is. This is how random the card is. Oh yeah, told me when I swapped it, but I didn't swap it for... I picked the 36th result, which had excited in it. However, I must have went and picked the left-hand card instead of the right-hand card, because the right-hand card had the word excited in it. The left-hand card didn't, but because I was trying to rush myself, because I was a bit worried about missing Phil starting, yeah, I picked the wrong card. So yeah, it is what it is. Whoops. Still, it's an extremely random bingo card, and it's doing well so far, to be fair.
Sake of bandwagoning, because they think it's the cool thing to do, when in reality, they're just lying. Okay? So, we're 8 hours into the Callisto Protocol, and last time when I played it, man, it got even better, right? The tenseness picked up, ramped up, the enemy types got even more varied. We're now in a part of the game that, quite frankly, is very, very tense. If I even make a noise, enemies start spawning in droves around me, and there's just no way to really handle that many enemies. It's pretty intense, and I'm enjoying it a lot. Is it tough? Absolutely. I would argue it's one of the hardest survival horror games I've played in years. Probably the last game this difficult was Resident Evil 2 Remake, which I played on the hardest available difficulty at the time. They're about the same difficulty level, I would say. Of course, you know.
Why are you allowed to play on the hardest difficulty in these games? I thought that wasn't how you meant to play these games, Phil. Phil has been having an absolute go at people for actually playing these games on harder difficulties than you're meant to. Why is it okay for him to do it but not other people? Again, Phil, hypocrisy, it goes hand in hand.
They're about the same difficulty level, I would say. Of course, you don't even have as many gameplay mechanics available in Callisto Protocol as you do in Resident Evil 2 Remake. You're not even as mobile, you know? So it's actually even more difficult, in my opinion. And by the way, that's a good thing. I want challenge. I want something that's different. It doesn't feel like Dead Space, and that's a good thing. So I'm excited for more of that today. Now, people are basically saying that the game is 15 hours long. And in fact, I've had multiple people now come by in the last week and say, I just beat it, and I clocked in between 14 15 hours, okay? So if this is the case, and the game is around 15 hours long, that would mean that today we'll get another 3 hours, and we'll be around the 12-hour mark, or 11-hour mark, I should say. And we're not going to beat it today. You know, the only way we would beat it today, I think, is if I absolutely excel at everything I do, and I rush through and I don't explore like I've been doing, I don't read the logs. I'm not going to do that, you know? So, and then I have another scheduled stream of this on Friday, and we'll talk about that in a moment because I want to tell you how I'm planning on beating the game this week. Okay, so 3 more hours of Callisto Protocol, and by the way, please remind me when I'm about to start with gameplay to darken the lights as I've done up to now. I think it actually looks really good in here with the Christmas lights when the lights are dimmed for the horror game. It's worked out pretty well, okay? Excuse me. By the way, shout out to Des Super, who just became a channel member. I appreciate that very much. He said they actually joined because of survival horror and to support the channel. I appreciate that. Happy holidays to you, Des Super, and thank you for the support. Okay. Later tonight, 6:45 p.m. Pacific time. All right, we're going to be doing more Pokemon Scarlet, and I'm very excited for Pokemon Scarlet. I hope that you guys are having a good time with the game so far. It's great. It's chill fun. It's interactive. You guys have named several of the Pokemon in the playthrough. In fact, we have a new one. It's actually going to be the female Pikachu we caught last time will be named tonight for someone who actually contributed yesterday, which is awesome. All right, and we'll see what else we're doing. I think what we're doing is we're heading towards the east, and the further east we go, I believe the next thing we're going to be heading towards is a new Team Star base. And then after that, we're going to be doing another gym and another Titan. So there's many more things to do eastward. So that's where we're headed right now. Because we were heading north, but north seems like everything's way too high level for me. I think I'm at like level 35 or so, and all the Pokemon up there are like level 50. And I'm like, well, we're not ready for that yet, right? So we're going to head to the east. We're going to have more chill fun with Pokemon Scarlet. And by the way, this will be the final late night Pokemon Scarlet stream for now per your request, because you guys have campaigned and successfully won me over in saying that you want this to return back to a daytime stream. This week it was only a nighttime stream, and what we've noticed is less viewers, less engagement, less support, because people can't make it to the night streams as much as they could the day stream. But when this game was a day stream, people were coming out in droves to support it. I was like, wow, I was shocked at how positive the streams were playing Pokemon during the daytime. So I'm more than happy to bring it back to the daytime if that's what you guys want. Okay? Okay, so that's today. That's my final consecutive streaming day of the week. Tomorrow I am off from streaming. Okay? And, you know, tomorrow I'm going to be doing a lot of important things. One of the things that I'd like to ask you right now, because we're going to talk about this in a second once I get through the schedule. You know, what should I look for out there in regards to... Excuse me, that was really disgusting. Sorry about that. In regards to 2 things. Number 1, liquor for the holiday marathon that I'm doing. The Christmas marathon is on Friday, December 23rd, and that's the one stream every year where I drink. And I'm opening it up, saying, gee, what should I drink during that event? I have a couple of ideas of what I should do, but I'm not exactly sure 100% what I should do. And maybe you guys have some ideas of what's traditionally a liquor that you would drink around the holidays. If you have a recommendation of something that I should try for the Christmas marathon, that would be festive themed or just something in general that you think you'd like to see me try. Almost like a DSP tries on liquor during the day, right? So we'll talk about that in a second. Let's get to that. Think about it, and we'll talk about that in a second. It'll be its own segment. Also, what would you like to see me do for DSP tries in regards to non-liquor stuff? Like, can you think of holiday-themed foods or treats or something? Because there is a place near me called World Market that seems to have that kind of stuff every year. And in previous years, I've tried various different things from all over the world. I think last year we did Stolen, if I remember correctly. And I'd be happy to try out some more, you know, regional things that I've never really tried before for Christmas if you have some recommendations, okay? So think about those, and we'll talk about that in a moment. We'll get to that segment. All right, but anyway, tomorrow when I'm out on my day off, I'm going to be looking for that kind of stuff. I'm also going to be looking for like a new Christmas sweater or shirt to wear during the marathon and various other things, okay? Cool. Now, Thursday when we return, God of War Ragnarok continues.
Do we count that as a camera point?
Cool. Now,
This right here was as a camera point. What do I think? I'm counting that. I think I'm going to count that as a camera point. Yeah, it's got to be. It's got to be, yeah. That's our first bingo of the game, guys. Diagonal line. So, there we go.
Thursday, when we return, God of War Ragnarok continues. And we're going to continue on with the side questing. Now that I've gotten the spear, basically I've unlocked all the side content in the game. I can do the platforming stuff I couldn't do previously. I can blow big walls open that were previously just sitting there glowing. I can even do all the chest puzzles. So yesterday, we did a lot of Svartalheim, meaning the whole lake, and we went back to the Dwarven Village. Thursday, we're going to go back to the mines. The mines where we originally freed Tyr. He was a prisoner in there. So we're going to go back there, and we're going to reinvestigate the mines fully, do all the puzzles and things there, and then likely when we're done with the mines, we'll do some story. I actually checked with my wife last night. I said, you know how much is left in the story of God of War Ragnarok once you get the spear? And she said, well, let me look it up because I beat it now. I'm not going to spoil myself. She's like, so technically you kind of beat chapter 11. So there's 17 chapters total, but chapter 17 is the epilogue. So you basically have like 5 story chapters left. And I was like, oh, so if I, did some more story, it's not like I'm going to get locked into it and now I can't go back and do the side content, right? And she's like, no, not at all. You're not close enough to the end of the game yet. So I think that's what we'll do is we'll do the mines and then we'll go back to the story advance it a bit, and then once that next story segment ends, then we go back to side content, and then we go back. Because the thing is, every major area of the game has the side content. You know, we still got Alfheim, land of the elves, Vanaheim, land of the what's her name, Freya's gods and people there, right? And then Muspelheim is its own side content area. That we just found the seed. We needed to find the Muspelheim seed to get there, and we have it now. So now we can do the Muspelheim combat challenges as well, right? So there's a ton of content still left, optional stuff in the game, in addition to us doing the story, okay? So we're probably still alternating on Thursday. Thursday night, we're going to do my second ever session of Warzone 2 and Modern Warfare 2. So let's talk a little bit about this. Last night, I did 2 hours of Warzone 2 here live on the stream, okay? First of all, how did it go? Well, I think I played maybe 5 to 6 matches, okay? Most of the matches were all right. A lot of them at dead time where I was talking with the audience and just looting, all right? I would say some matches went better than others. If I was able to get the drop on enemies or trying to outsmart them, a lot of the times I just hit head up shooting and I beat the enemy. I was better at aiming and winning a straight up firefight than these people were. All right. The best ranking I did last night was 16th, but admittedly I should have done way better. And if you watch the footage from last night, anyone who plays a first person shooter competitively, you're just going to shake your head. Here's how I lost and ended up 16th place. Okay. I'm in a building. I'm camping on the top floor. I hear someone walk into the bottom of the building. I sneak up on them. I'm arguably 2 bodies length away from them. I have an LMG, fully stocked and loaded, ready to go. I aim and fire directly at their body. You can see me hit them. At least 4 to 6 bullets hit them. Go boom, 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 boom. They turn and look at me. They begin to walk towards me, and as they walk towards me, the game chops up. All of a sudden, the frame rate drops to like a slideshow. Okay? Sadly, with Call of Duty, this happens all the time.
I think I am going to need to verify this by myself. Hold on. Does anyone know when this happened? Anybody know when this happened? What, is it part 1 or part 2 essentially here? Which one? Was it the first half of the stream or the second half? The 16th place. Near the end, okay. So, probably this one? Yeah, okay. Let's see. Phil's at the top of a building. It can't be this one, can it? He's spectating there, okay. Well, is it this one? No, it can't be that one. That's 116th, okay. Okay, no. Not quite 16th, he's 116th. Ah, how do you fucking find this shit? Hold on. I'm trying to find it here. So he's spectating here. There we go. We found it, guys. Okay. So he's just camping here.
Are they seriously? I hope not.
So let's see what happens here.
19 players left.
Gas is inbound. Marking new safe zone.
No! Shit.
Okay, how does he screw this up? How can he possibly screw this up?
Are you?
25 remain.
This game is terrible.
I don't understand what I just saw. Hang on. Let's slow this down. Can anybody explain, apart from Phil's poor aim, did the guy just fucking, charge towards him and ring a rosy around Phil until he got dizzy and then killed him? He has missed a good few of those. It hit him there, it hit him in the leg. He missed a second shot. He went to the side, missed him there. He hit him there, so he hit him 2 times. I think he's hit him like 3 times there. Maybe, that's what I'm saying. Phil did hit him like 3 or 4 times there, to be fair. That seems accurate to me. It looks like the hit marker showed 3 or 4 times, to me anyway. Then the guy's past him, and Phil still. The guys ran past him. So Train says he cracked his armour. Yeah. It's a default sensitivity, so it doesn't even change any. Oh, Jesus Christ, Phil, that's a fucking idiot move. I just love the fact that Phil doesn't bother to turn around with a guy running past him. Oh, that is so beautiful. Phil can't turn around fast enough because it's the default settings. That's it. Yeah, actually, it did ring a rosy around Phil until he got dizzy. That is fantastic. So he's trying to shoot him here. Like he's trying his best to catch up with him so he can shoot him, and he's holding down the shoot button, but he can't catch him. And he's just spraying. He's spraying and spraying at this point. The guy stopped moving here. Phil's still spinning. Phil still spins, and the guy stopped moving to shoot Phil. Phil is shooting that door. That's shooting that barrel. Meanwhile, Phil's been lit up like a goddamn Christmas tree. And by the time he's trying to get his, sight set back on him, he's dead. Jesus, man. That was quite a good reaction from him. To be fair, the guy that, killed him, it was a good reaction from him. He immediately acknowledged it. As soon as Phil, he started getting shot by Phil, he ran towards Phil and ran around him to kind of break the line of sight thing. This is a good reaction from the guy getting shot. And then, of course, it's just fucking Phil, and Phil's a fucking moron, so I can't fucking... Yeah. I have a small, tiny bit of sympathy from Phil here, because... Yeah, but Phil screwed up. Phil had him dead to goddamn rights, but he had to sneak up... He doesn't change his settings. He refuses to change his settings, it's all on him. Is this Phil's argument? No, you should play with the settings that the game by default gives you. You should only change your settings afterwards. Fuck off, Phil. No. This is the settings that developers intended you to have. Jesus Christ. So Phil got ring-a-ring. Oh, let's see the kill cam. Let's see the kill cam.
Are you?
25 remain.
This game is terrible.
Oh, come on. Phil left before the kill cam could play. You little bitch. You little bitch. He actually rage quit before the kill cam could play.
Who's gonna quit?
Hold on. So hang on. We see a bit.
25 remain.
This game is terrible.
So the guy ring around roses him here.
Who's gonna quit?
He's been shot a few times. The guy's struggling. See, the guy's nearly dead himself. The guy barely survived. Phil is staring in that direction trying to catch up with him because his fucking rotation is so bad because of the default settings. So he's staring over there. Look, Jesus Christ, man. Phil was just spraying and praying at the end there, like some bumbling buffoon. Jesus, man.
The game is absolutely terrible.
Okay, that's enough of that. Okay, so Phil only has himself to blame. Only himself to blame in that situation. He had so much control in that situation, he had to jump on a guy and he screwed up. Only got yourself to blame, Phil.
This isn't just a freak occurrence. This shit happens online all the time. When you get to close quarters combat, the game just goes crazy and chops up because the online connections suck. So the game has no idea what's really going on, and it just garbles the graphics and then shows you the kill cam after. Oh, this is really what happened. Okay? So here's what happens. I have this guy dead to rights. I'm shooting him. Full auto. It's an LMG. I'm not running out of bullets. I'm just going filling him with bullets.
You nearly killed him. Phil nearly killed him. But no, he didn't hit him as many times as he claims. And then the guy just fucking ran around him and Phil's fucking just couldn't catch up.
He turns towards me. He starts running towards me. Okay? He jumps in the air like a kangaroo. This causes my aim assist to make my gun from aiming towards him to go whoop up into the sky. Now this is an LMG, it's slow. He lands behind me.
What? No. No, that's not what happened. Phil at no point had his 8 gun go up.
The gun has recoil, and he couldn't shoot in a straight line because the gun has so much recoil that he couldn't land all his shots. But the guy ran towards him, but Phil is like slow ass turning because he hasn't updated his settings at all. The guy ran round him very quickly, and Phil's very slow to catch up. Amran says he's told his story 3 times on camera so far and has been very different each time. That's classic Phil Burnell for you, the king of inconsistency.
Aims and fires and insta-kills me. It's not...
No, it doesn't. He doesn't insta-kill you. He fucking shot you like 4 or 5 times. Your ass was dead. You're standing there trying to rotate slow. Fucking Earth rotates faster than fucking Phil Burnell.
Oh, he has to fill me with bullets now. And by the way, I had body armor. Okay? So does he need to fill me with bullets? No. He just runs jumps, which makes my auto-aim, or aim assist, malfunction essentially on console, and he abuses the system and somehow insta-kills me. I had him dead to rights. I had him lying. I was filling his body with bullets from a distance. And the game is so poorly made that he's able to abuse the game.
That feels like some old school fucking Phil right there. The game was poorly made. Oh, he used to say that so often back in the fucking day. We don't actually hear it too much these days. The game was poorly made. Oh. It's so nice to hear some classic Phil and complaints come out at this time of year. Is this toxic yet? Is this Phil being toxic yet? He said the game was poorly made.
Mechanics to make the game malfunction, chop up so I can't even maintain my line of sight with him because the game's down to like single digits of frame rate, and then he just insta-kills me out of nowhere. Okay? The game is trash. Now
Okay, this is toxic. This is straight up being toxic now. The game is trash. Just cause you don't like the game, Phil, doesn't make it trash. I just love how he's defending Callisto Protocol to the absolute hilt, despite the many complaints that people have about it. He's like, you guys just don't know how to play the fucking game properly. Yeah. And this game, which is well said, is a very popular game, and a lot of people are enjoying the fucking game. And he's like, the game's trash. If you like it, you're trash. You don't need to talk. For fuck's sake, Phil sets the barometer for what is quality and what is not fucking quality these days.
Told you guys this is Warzone 1. When we were playing Warzone 1 and I was getting into firefights and the same kind of crap happened, I told you guys back then, I said, this game is shit. That's why I don't want to play Warzone 1. That, when I played Black Ops 4 Blackout, it at least was Black Ops Combat, okay? And Black Ops Combat was fun. But when you start playing the Warzone Combat, which is Modern Warfare 2019 Combat, it's not, or 2018, whichever year it was, it's not that good. It's disappointing. People abuse that shit constantly to get ahead. It's a first-person shooter. The focus should be aiming, firing, and shooting your opponents, not how do I break the game today so that I can survive and get a cheap kill here. And that's exactly what this shit is. It's trash. I know that if I run and jump at my opponent, it makes the game fuck up. So let me do that and then somehow insta-kill it. I don't even know how I insta-killed him because the kill cam didn't even fucking show it. All right? So if you don't...
No, Phil, you've only got yourself to blame. You have only got yourself. You wanted to rage quit. You chose. You made a decision not to have the kill cam show. Well, we've seen some of it, but that's after Phil, stopped rage quitting, essentially. He was about to quit out straight away. He turned it back on just in time to see him die. But Phil, trying to, we missed a kill cam because of Phil, essentially. That was all on him. One more time.
I don't even know how he insta-killed him because the kill cam didn't even fucking show it.
I cannot believe he is actually blaming someone else for him trying to skip the kill cam. That is incredibly delusional. This is like, how we have proof that you did it. This is on your channel. You tried to skip the kill cam. We saw you try to skip it. You dumb bastard. Jesus Christ, man.
Alright, so if you don't believe me, watch the video from last night. You'll see this happen live.
We did. We just watched it right there. You're a lying sack of shite.
Alright? And I complained about it, so people were like, oh, that's just Call of Duty. No. That's shit. That's like saying, oh, that's just acceptable. It's not acceptable. Call of Duty is a billion-dollar industry. It should be a game that is the best. It should stand as a paragon of what people want to do when they play first person.
Money does not guarantee fucking success. If money was at be-all and end-all of guaranteeing success and all sort of fucking things, then you'd have like the richest fucking football clubs in the world, for example, always win the tournaments all the fucking time. PSG, one of the richest football clubs in the fucking world, still have not won the Champions League yet. They might this year, who fucking knows. But you get what I'm saying though, money does not always guarantee success. Money does not always guarantee success. It helps, for sure, it certainly fucking helps, but it does not guarantee success. Doesn't matter if it's like a sporting thing, doesn't matter if it's a video game, doesn't matter if it's these are the random companies in general, companies, it depends what they're fucking making. I mean, the most fucking, like, what are the most, you know, exclusive, you know, the most profitable companies in the world, you know, fucking like Amazon, you know, fucking worth, you know, billions, Microsoft and Apple and all that shit. Just because, you know, these companies are massive doesn't mean they're fucking making flawless fucking products. Far from it. Far from it. It's just, it's one of those things, money does not guarantee fucking success. It helps, but it doesn't guarantee success. And Phil is using his own fucking, you know, incompetency at this fucking game as a reason for why the game is apparently bad.
Shooter. Not, oh, just accept all of the game's shortcomings for what it is. No, fuck that. These people are rolling in your money.
Yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much to Anders Pack for the super chat. It says Pig is a 100k a year company and provides nothing of value. Fucking hell yeah, that's right. Phil only provides fucking constant excuses and whining and bitching and reasons why you need to have more money.
Yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much to Aisha Hamilton for super chat. It says, so I beat Callisto on the hardest setting. So do I have a big E-peen, Phil, while putting on a show for my viewers? Not only do you have a big E-peen, you'd probably have a big normal peen as well, so Phil was doubly jealous. I don't know. It's one of those things, look, I don't understand why Phil's fucking making a big huge fucking deal about people that play the game the hardest difficulty. You can fucking do it whatever you want. If people get the game, it is their right to play it however they wish. If they want to play on easy mode, that's on them. If they want to play it on hard mode, that's on them. It's whatever you enjoy. It's about getting the most out of the game experience. It's about however people should be able to enjoy games however they fucking want, essentially. Phil is a content creator. He is not just doing this for his own personal like, amusement or whatever. He needs to try and provide an entertaining product at the end of the day for his audience. So yes, there is a sort of certain kind of limitation when it comes to Phil playing the game. He has to try and play the game how he thinks it could best entertain his audience. And he doesn't think him playing on hard mode would entertain his audience. I think he personally would entertain us if we saw Phil rage and fucking whine or struggle more. It means he would have to work harder to get through the game. I think Phil probably could get through the game. To me, I've not seen this game get played really. I've not played the game myself. Phil does seem to understand some of the concepts of the game quite decently. Like, he knows like the different ways to attack, for example. He seems to have kind of got a decent handle on how to play the game. Hard mode probably wouldn't be a huge stretch for Phil, going by just how it sounds, you know. Yes, am I wrong in thinking that? You keep in mind, I've not seen Phil play, I'm just guessing here. But Phil does seem to have, you know, really, you know, at least going by things he's saying anyway, he seems to have got a bit of a handle on how to approach, you know, attack on enemies. But hard mode might not be a terribly difficult thing for Phil to do. He just refuses to do it because it's not the way the developers intended you to play the fucking game. But it'll probably entertain your audience more though, Phil.
Oh, just accept all of the game's shortcomings for what it is. No, fuck that. These people are rolling in your money. Every year, this is the top-selling game. It should be better than this. It shouldn't be acceptable to have insanely bad gameplay like that, okay? So here's the thing. I had fun playing Warzone, but it's very hard for me to take it seriously when that's the game. The meta of the game is break the game so that you can't aim anymore. And the game's aim assist makes your gun go whoop, so now you can't even aim anymore. And then also makes the game's frame rate go whoop and tank, so there's no way you can maintain a shot and then get away with it and survive. Like, to me, that's like, wow. That's that's saying you're playing Street Fighter, all right? And someone's in the middle of hitting you with a giant combo, but you found a way to glitch the game so the combo passes through your body and the person can't recover from it, and you insta-kill them by doing a 100% combo in response. Wait, what? But they had you in a combo. They were destroying you. Well, it gives you the right to slip out of the combo magically and hit them from behind. They didn't do anything wrong. That's Call of Duty Modern Warfare Warzone. You know? Like, how is that acceptable competitive gameplay? And the answer is, it's just not. It's trash, okay? But people love this. Again, Warzone is the memeable part of Call of Duty. It's what all the streamers, all the content creators in the last 3 years have made such, oh, Battle Royale is it. This is what you need to watch us play.
Well, you are a content creator. You are a streamer. So yes, it would really help your business if you got on board with this sort of thing and give your audience what they want. You are not doing this from the perspective of just being a gamer. This is your job. This is your livelihood. Your job is to entertain the masses of asses that watch your content. Pure and simple, you are trying to provide an entertaining product for them. Just like I'm trying to fucking entertain people with my bizarre ramblings and rantings about your behaviour and antics. It is your job, Phil, to try and entertain your audience with your gameplay. You rely on this. This is your bread and butter. You're mocking what other people do. You're mocking the other content creators who are far more successful than you do. Why do you think they're more successful than you? Because they're embracing what their audience wants, or giving their audience what they desire. And their audience are having fun because of that. You were stubbornly refusing to play this game, writing it off as some sort of meme. Jesus Christ, Phil. He still has not learned to treat his audience with respect. To this day. 14 goddamn years. He still thinks he knows better than them.
Play. This is where we our best content. I feel it's not. I feel that where it should be the competitive multiplayer like Team Deathmatch and Kill Confirmed and Domination. It shouldn't be Warzone, but Warzone has become the prominent part of Call of Duty in the last several years. It's kind of sad. All right. Now here's the thing. I'm not against continuing to play Warzone. We played it for 2 hours last night. Like I said, the highest placing I had was 16. I'm learning. All right. I'm trying to learn the best place to go in the map. I'm trying to learn the best loadouts. It's funny because I'm asking you guys, is this gun good? Is this gun good? Because I don't know what guns are good in Warzone. I have no idea. Attendance was good. Like, viewership was quite good. Engagement was good. All right. Support was pretty good. I mean, did we hit the tips goal to wear a hat? No. But
you hit a fucking tier 1 tips goal, Phil. You still hit a goal, so stop fucking bitching. Prophet says everything he is stating now is beyond being false. Bruno, Thunder, and Prophet say and play this game, and they've never seen any of what Phil claims. You've got Tapman and Dr. D that have none of these issues as well. So, Prophet says that Phil knows he's not good at the game and doesn't want to play it. Pretty much, yeah. Tomion says, didn't he say a few days ago that viewers don't matter to him, only the tips? Now viewers do matter. Views don't matter, not viewers. He said the views on his videos don't matter. So, the people also matter, but in terms of number of views videos get, no, it doesn't matter for Phil. But yeah, there we go. Phil's a fucking moron, as usual.
there was a reasonable amount of support between my super chats and tips.
Yeah. Money. Oh, money. Yeah. Money.
Thank you very much to Barrett. Also, super chat says Phil's ability to learn is akin to dinosaurs learning to dodge asteroids. I mean, it's a little bit harsh, you know. I mean, it's just, what are dinosaurs meant to fucking do? Just roar at it, you know? It's just, it is what it is. It's just fucking go sit there and take it. It's just, they're kind of fucked regardless. But yeah, exactly. Phil was just incapable of properly learning. He's going to protect. I just love the oxymoron that happens. Phil will claim that he's not changed. He's still the same person, not shit. He doesn't know why he loses some fans sometimes because I didn't change. They must have changed. And at the same time, in the same breath, sometimes Phil will claim that he's adapted so much over years. He doesn't say this anymore. He doesn't do this anymore. He doesn't do that anymore. I'm not as racist. I'm not as sexist. Not shit. I try and watch what I say. So on one hand, he's saying he's still the same old guy, and on the other hand, he's fucking saying he's changed so fucking much to try and cater for his audience. He is so fucking hypocritical, and he's so scared of fucking just, tripping up over his own fucking, self, and, he's doing his absolute best to try and conceal the real Phil Burnell from coming out to fucking play in the streams anymore because he's locked that bastard away as best as he can. The real Phil Burnell is locked away behind this fucking facade of a person you see today who's doing his absolute best to fucking just hold all in all the racist thoughts, the sexist thoughts, the fucking homophobic thoughts, you name it. He has done his absolute best to just not fucking come out and forth and just be upfront and honest with his audience, because that is truly who he is at his core. At his core, that is Phil Burnell. He used to play Call of Duty back in the day, back in 2011, whenever he was not shy in being real and true and raw and genuine and authentic. He let rip on every sort of slur you could think of under the sun, and YouTube were fine with it. YouTube were like, this guy's alright, he's clearly not breaking any rules. Yeah, let's have him just drop all these homophobic slurs on all these random gamers. The Phil Burnell you see today is a fucking shadow of his former self. And I wouldn't say for the better, he's turned into an even bigger shite bag. I would respect Phil a bit more if he was at least honest about who he was. 2011 Phil Burnell, obscene cunt, but at least he was honest. Just saying.
Attendance was good. Like, viewership was quite good. Engagement was good. All right. Support was pretty good. I mean, did we hit the tips goal to wear a hat? No. But there was a reasonable amount of support between, like, super chats and tips and everything. It was good. And I was like, well, this is good for a first attempt at it. If people are serious about me keeping this in the rotation and trying to get better at it, I'll give it a shot. All right. So Warzone, we're going to try again on Thursday night. We're going to see how it goes. The question is, was this just a one-off thing where people were curious to see it, and now that's it? Or will they continue to show up, engage, and support Warzone? All right. Well, I guess we'll find out come this Thursday night, and we'll go from there. All right. So there you go. Now, Friday. My agenda this coming Friday is simple. Complete the Callisto Protocol, and if there happens to be additional time, do a review of it. Now, I know you're like, wait, what? Yeah, do a review of the Callisto Protocol, because this game has been torn apart by so many people on the internet. I feel I need to give it a fair shake. I don't think enough people have reviewed it fairly. I think they either played the PC version and just decided because the PC version runs bad, they're just going to tear it a new asshole, or you got people that came in with completely preconceived notions of what this game should have been, and they projected those notions onto it, completely destroying any kind of objectivity they could have had reviewing the game, and basically panned it for very invalid, quite frankly, nonsensical, illogical reasons. It's funny because the vast majority of criticisms I've heard thrown against Callisto Protocol recently are actually factually untrue. It's just that they want to believe it because they want to shit on the game and have this bandwagon mentality. So, the first stream on Monday, or excuse me, the first stream on Friday will be the Callisto Protocol. Now, here's the thing. After today, I should be about 11 hours in. If the game is around 15 hours long, then I should maybe be around 14 hours in by the end of I keep saying Monday, by the end of Friday's stream, but I probably won't have finished the game yet, which means it would make a lot of sense to then have the nighttime stream also be the Callisto Protocol so that I can wrap up the gameplay, and if it only takes about an hour to finish it, I can take that extra hour to actually do a formal review.
Prophet makes a very good point here. Prophet says that even the developer of Callisto Protocol came out and said they weren't happy with the final product. Or did they not know what they're talking about either, Phil? I do hope somebody in his chat tells him this and see how Phil reacts to it. I want him to try and claim that the developer of the game doesn't know what they're talking about and they're just being negative. Wardle just says, Dead Space 1, you feel scared about how enemies can appear out of nowhere. The Callisto Protocol is just boring to look at. There aren't many different enemy types. Yeah, that's one of the biggest complaints of the game, but Phil's like, there's not 4, there's 7. There's like 7 enemy types. That's fucking far more than 4. You're factually wrong, because there's not 4 enemy types, there's at least 7. I can count them out with picky fingers. I really have no idea why Phil is desperate to try and promote this game as heavily as he is, unless he's just really hoping to try and turn him being, happy and positive with this big game, to transfer that kind of positivity into a lot of support for it. I was like, I really want my fans to really support this game, so I'm going to really support it as well, to try and, encourage support. I don't know, it's fucking bizarre.
You see, I think that would make perfect sense, and that's a great way to end it, because then we can move on with other games and not have Callisto Protocol be a lingering playthrough, and that way I don't have to talk about it anymore, because there's so much controversy around the game. I just kind of want to finish it and enjoy it for what it is, and give you my honest opinions about it, okay? So, that's what I'm thinking for Friday. Basically, the finale of Callisto Protocol all in one fell swoop in one go on the first and second streams, and then we can move on. Saturday, what we will do is we will have Pokemon Scarlet become a daytime stream again. So Pokemon Scarlet will be the main gameplay stream on Saturday. So for those who've been waiting for it to return as a daytime stream, you're getting your wish. Saturday night will be more Warzone 2 and Modern Warfare. And again, depending on how it goes, it'll determine if it stays in the rotation or if it's something that we only do a few times. We'll see. Then on Sunday and Monday, this is important, guys.
Whoa. Why won't Warzone get a chance to be a day stream game? I think it's fair for Phil to give Warzone a chance to be a day stream. Why not? He's not tried it on a day stream once ever. It might do incredibly well for him. But for some reason, he doesn't want to turn it into a day stream game. Regardless of how it goes when he plays it, next time he plays it in the evening stream, he should at least consider doing it as a day stream one time.
Guys, it's very likely that both on Sunday and Monday, I will only be doing one gameplay stream. Okay? And when you say, well, what do you mean by that? Why are you only going to be doing one gameplay stream on Sunday and Monday? The reason being for that is basically I need to be filming private React videos for my patrons. All right? My patrons, they support me every month, and A lot of them have been pledging a lot more in order to get these private React videos, and I need to get them done sooner rather than later this month. Why? Because we've got new releases coming up, we got the Street Fighter 6 beta coming up, and we've got holiday events coming up. And with all those special things going and thrown into the schedule, I need to get these done now before I get so committed to other stuff that I'm so backlogged I never get to it. All right? I don't like over-promising and under-delivering. Last month, I didn't get my private videos out until very late, and I felt bad about it. I want to get these done as soon as possible. So next weekend, Sunday, all right, will be God of War Ragnarok on the first stream and no late stream as I sit down to to film those private those private React videos for my patrons. Then that Monday, all right, will be Pokemon Scarlet on the main stream. And that Monday night, again, very strong potential. There will be no late stream as I'll be sitting down to film the second half of my patron private React videos. All right, I'm not guaranteeing that. I'm just saying it's very likely it'll happen. Maybe I'll get lucky. I'll be able to film them all on Sunday night and then we can have a late stream on Monday night. I'm not sure, but I'm not promising that because, again, I don't want to overpromise and underdeliver. Okay? Now, Tuesday of next week, 1 week from today, it's a double new release day, and here's where the dilemma is, okay? There seem to be an equal amount of people who want to see both new releases, but if I'm going to continue to have God of War Ragnarok and Pokemon Scarlet as the daytime streams, there's no way I can play 2 more new releases right now. Okay? Just being honest. And I know some people will be disappointed if I don't play both right away, but I don't see how I can do it. The new games are as follows: Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core Reunion and High on Life. So Crisis Core Reunion is basically a remake of a game from the PSP, 15 plus years ago.
So Crackerjack says God of War to night streams. I'll give you one big reason why he cannot do that. He wishes he could do that, Crackerjack, but the reason is that he cannot move God of War to night streams because he's still got so much of the game to get through, which means that he needs the 3 hours that a day stream gives him to play the game rather than the 2 hours a night stream gives him. If he didn't have long, if it's one of those things where because he got so much of the game left, he needs to take advantage of that extra hour for a day stream to get through the game as fast as possible. He needs to get through this game before the year ends so he can code it as part of his year end fucking game of the year shit. Because he said he can't encode it as part of his game of the year contenders, unless he finishes the game before doing that video. So yeah, he needs a day stream for God of War, even though it's performing so poorly for him, even though he's not getting to wear a hat on those day streams when he's playing God of War. Because he needs that extra hour that the day streams give him compared to the night streams.
This is a game that was supposed to be a prequel to Final Fantasy VII. It did have turn-based gameplay, but it had some unique aspects to it that made it feel more like a unique handheld game than, a mainstream JRPG that you would play at home. I loved it. I actually played it. I thought it looked great. I thought that it was a great-looking game on the PSP. I thought it was addictive and fun. I never finished it. I put a lot of time into it, but I don't remember I don't think I ever beat it. But I really enjoyed it. So with the fact that they're re-releasing it today, basically I think what they're doing is they're trying to give you a little bit of additional, backstory. Because since the Final Fantasy VII, the new one's coming out. Remember, there's a trilogy. My color keeps changing on the camera, by the way. I can't fix that. It's a stupid camera. Because we've got the second in the trilogy of Final Fantasy VII remakes coming up soon. I think it's either going to be 2023 or 2024. I don't think it's been announced yet. I think what they want to do, number one, they want to bank a little bit more on that. And number two, they want to give a little bit more, kind of additional side story. And having the background of Zack, who is the character who Cloud thought that he essentially was in Final Fantasy VII because he had amnesia or whatever, to actually have his backstory as part of Soldier, that organization that works for Shinra. It's kind of interesting. It gives a lot of supplementary context to the game in general. So I think that's why they're releasing it now. They want to say, hey, Final Fantasy, the new one isn't coming out for another year or two. Let's get a game in between, right? But the thing is, it is an older game, and it's a remake, okay? Just being honest, it's not a brand new game. It's not, so, if you wanted to see it, you could see it right now. There's playthroughs of it all over the internet. It's certainly not something new, okay? But it is something interesting and different, and maybe, some Final Fantasy filler content until the next Final Fantasy eventually comes out, right? Maybe we'll even get on the Game Awards this week. Maybe we'll even get some information on that, right? What game are we talking about? Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core Reunion. Okay, it comes out a week from today. Now, the other game that comes out a week from today is High on Life. This is the first-person shooter that has a lot of character. So the makers of Rick and Morty, your guns talk to you and actually have a lot of comedic value in a game. Seems like it'll be both challenging, fun, and funny. I don't know how long it'll be. It is a Game Pass game. Game Pass games typically, especially ones that are new release games and they're more indie-style games, don't seem as long as full-fledged games. Maybe I'm wrong, but I'm getting the vibe that maybe the game will be like an 8-hour game or something like that. It looks fun to me, and it certainly looks like something different for variety's sake here on the streams, okay?
Hooray, he said variety. That's another bingo. It's actually a double bingo. It's a double bingo. Would you look at that shit? So diagonal line as well as the vertical line. So we're doing quite well, guys, for the bingo. We need another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. We're 8 away. So yeah, not doing bad at all.
Now, what game do I play on Tuesday? No matter what, whatever game I play, I'm going to play it on the first stream on Tuesday, okay? And then that Tuesday night, we'll probably decide. Do you want to see maybe some God of War Ragnarok? Do we want more Warzone at that point? We'll figure it out, and that's my streaming week, okay? And then moving forward, what'll happen is the daytime streams will be Pokemon Scarlet and God of War Ragnarok, and the night streams will be Warzone and whatever the new game is that I select, okay? That's essentially what we're looking to do here. Does that sound good? Does that make sense? Now, you may be upset. You're like, oh, well, what if you play this one, you don't play the other one? Well, I wanted the other one, right? And again, I apologize. I don't see the logic in playing more than 4 games at a time, right? If I'm playing more than 4 games at a time, that essentially means that I'm not even going to get gameplay out of a game until every 3rd or 4th day. And the thing is, I've been there, done that. By the way, I've had enough of this lighting. I'm going to close my blinds today. Obviously, the lighting's having some issues. Drive me nuts. Okay. There. Now, hopefully, the lighting issues are solved. It won't keep going light, dark on me. Okay. Okay, so I've been there, done that. If you remember, many years ago, there were 2 different years this happened. Where there were so many new releases that came out in a short period of time, and you guys wanted so many of them that I committed to playing most of them. Okay? And when I committed to playing most of them, there was times when I would play a game only once a week. Or at most, 2 times a week. Now, some of these games were lengthy. So there were some games that took me over 2 months to complete because I was juggling so much. And here's what happens when you end up playing games like that at a lengthy thing and you're balancing so many. People lose interest. They want to see new footage of the game that they're really enjoying at least a few times a week, okay? And to them, it's upsetting when they're basically wanting to follow a certain game and they got to sit around and wait for it, right? And even especially if it's like a lengthy RPG or whatever, can you imagine only playing it like 4 hours a week or 5-6 hours a week, and the RPG is like 60 hours long? It's like, dude, I gotta wait 2-3 months to watch this whole thing, right? So I hear you on that, and that's what happened. Is you lose viewers when you take so long to finish something. Case in point, look at God of War Ragnarok. At this point, God of War Ragnarok, we're what, 35 hours in, and you know it's very hard to retain viewership for the game now. You know, and admittedly, I've been playing it for almost a month now. I get it. At the same time, what did you want me to do? Just play God of War Ragnarok for 2 weeks and play nothing else and skip every other game? Obviously, that wasn't the ideal situation either. So in a lot of these cases, there really is no right way to do it. But being I've been around the block, all right, and I know how this works. I know if I play 2 new games on Tuesday, and here's the other thing. That coming weekend after Tuesday is a Street Fighter 6 beta. That's 3 days out of the schedule. I'm only playing Street Fighter 6. Then the week after that is Christmas. So we got the Christmas Marathon, the Christmas Eve, WWE 2K22, King of Christmas Tournament Sims. With all these special things going on, it would make absolutely no sense for me to be taking on another 2 new games at once. So we have 1 week to sit down here and figure out what game should I play on Tuesday. Should it be High on Life or should it be Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core Reunion? Now, don't worry. If we determine one and I play that one, that doesn't mean I'm not playing the other. And again, I want to assuage everyone's fears of all the games that have come out in the last several months. Games such as Mario plus Rabbids, Sparks of Hope, Midnight Suns, Bayonetta 3, Need for Speed that just came out this last week, and then whatever game I end up not playing on Tuesday. These games are not going to definitively become unplayed forever. That's false. All right? What I'm saying is, for now, these games are not being played, and then eventually what we're going to do is we're going to probably get to them when we have the downtime to do so. It's looking like early January is fairly empty. So, you know, that last week of December into the first couple weeks of January, not much going on, and it'll give us time to maybe play another game or 2 that, you know, we've missed out on. I would say it's not until mid to late February that things are going to get crazy for games again, just like they did last year. Remember last year we had the same weird February, March, April where it was insane amounts of games. Basically the same thing's happening again this year. It's pretty silly, but it's happening. So we will still have some time there to sit down and determine what we want to do, okay? So that's the schedule for the week. I need your feedback to determine what we're doing Tuesday. And once we determine that, then we can kind of lock it in, and then we play it by ear as other games complete, right? As we finish up games like God of War Ragnarok, and maybe either High on Life or Final Fantasy VII, whatever we're playing. Or if Warzone gets tiring, right? Then we can put new games into the rotation. Okay? Sound good? Okay. Now, I have a few things to talk about. First of all, reiterating that we have a members goal. We have around 90 members to go to hit it. If we hit that goal, the celebratory reward is the return of the Viewer's Choice event, where you guys nominate and will vote on a game that will become a full playthrough here on DSP Gaming. I absolutely would love to do an awesome full playthrough for you guys of your choice. So many games have been awesome playthroughs in the past that have been Viewer's Choice events, but we need to hit this members goal. So please consider becoming a member, renewing a lapsed membership, or maybe gifting some memberships. 'Tis the season, right? To give to your fellow viewers. It's a great way to say, hey, community spirit, right? Gifting a few memberships to the channel. Thank you in advance to anyone who would consider doing that.
When's the last time you fucking gave anyone anything of value? Note the words of value. Your content has no value to it.
I really appreciate that support. So, now that we got through all of that, what I'd like to talk about a little bit is the upcoming Christmas marathon and two things for it. First thing is holiday liquors and or what kind of liquor do you think of when you think Christmas and that you think something that I should drink for the Christmas marathon. Now, to give you some examples of things that I've had in the past, number one thing that I think I've drank the most during the Christmas marathon is eggnog, all right? And I'm talking alcoholic eggnog. But I'm going to be honest with you. I've had eggnog every year for like 4 or 5 years. And it gets tiring because the eggnog, quite frankly, you feel like it for Christmas. If you don't drink it by Christmas, you don't want it anymore. And it sits in my fridge all year. Like, oh, shit. And then finally I end up drinking it in like August. I'm like, I want to get this out of here, you know. And the thing about eggnog, it's very thick. It is full of sugar and calories. And quite frankly, you can't drink that much of it. You end up feeling like you drank double milkshakes, right? So I think this year, even though I have it every year, I think I want to stay away from eggnog. If I'm at least going to get something that's like a cream liqueur, I think I want to do something a little bit different. All right. I've noticed at my local, if they still have it, I don't know yet. I checked it last week. At my local liquor store, they had something called horchata, which I believe is a Mexican style cream liqueur. And this one was supposed to be like peppermint horchata. I don't know what that is. I've never had it before, but I think that sounds more interesting to me than eggnog, which I've had a million times at this point. Right. But I don't know what that would be like. Peppermint horchata. Right. What do you guys think? Millennia the Rock Goddess says horchata is good. Amnesiac Aaron says horchata is really good. I've never had it. What is horchata? I never looked it up yet. I wanted to talk with you guys about it today. What is it made of? It looks like it's a cream liqueur, just like similar to, say, like Bailey's Irish Cream. But I don't know exactly what it is. As a Mexican, I give it my stamp of approval. Peppermint horchata sounds gross. It's not alcoholic? No, this one is. This is the liquor store. It's definitely alcoholic if they're selling it at the liquor store. What is horchata? No one's explaining to me what it is. It's a cinnamon rice milk. Oh. So it's a creamy rice milk, and I'm assuming this one would be alcoholic, and they're having peppermint flavor in it. Huh. It's like, interesting. That might be different. I might not like it, but at least I'm trying something different. All right, that's a possibility. So another thing that I used to get, but I haven't been able to find, I've been looking for like 2 years. They used to have this mint flavored whiskey, and I think it was called like Winter's Bone or something like that, where it showed that like a big blue faced cloud blowing like cold air, and like it would show snowflakes. So I used to get this, and I loved it. I thought it was very refreshing to have like a minty whiskey. You could take shots of it and stuff, or have it over ice on the rocks. But I haven't seen it in several years, and I don't know if they just don't make it anymore, or if they just don't have it in my local liquor stores anymore.
I just love that Phil doesn't fucking put the effort whatsoever to try and find out these things himself. He needs his little piggy hand held through every single fucking facet of his life, even for finding out whether his fucking favourite alcoholic beverage at Christmas time was ever fucking discontinued or not. He cannot look this thing up himself. He's hoping someone else will tell him the answer, because heaven forbid Phil waste time googling something to find out the truth about something he is actually curious about. And Chris Dyke said a very interesting thing there. He's pushing this for the booze so fucking much. Have you noticed? He wants his WWE champions and his booze. He is disgusting. I mean, he's going to get both of them regardless. He just wants a fucking reason to pretend to be able to drink on stream like, oh, for the first time ever. It's the only time of year I drink on stream. Promise, guys. Burp.
But, you know, what I would say is last year, I tried to get something that was supposed to be cinnamon apple whiskey, and it was not cinnamon apple. It was basically just cinnamon. And it was disappointing, because when I think cinnamon, I don't think necessarily Christmas for just cinnamon, you know? You think cinnamon apple, that sounds like cider, and cider's kind of like a fall winter beverage, so you think that could have been good, but really it didn't taste like apples at all. So I was actually really disappointed with that. You can make White Russians with chocolate liqueur. It's very Christmassy and high quality. Drink some White Russians, they're the best. All right, hold on a second here. I will,
Is he seriously like googling on his phone how to fucking make a White Russian?
take a look here. Let's look for a recipe for a White Russian.
Yeah, it fucking is.
White Russian recipe. It looks cool. It certainly looks really cool. 2 parts vodka, 1 part coffee liqueur, and 1 part cream. Mix the vodka and coffee liqueur, add the ice, pour in the cream on top. Huh.
White Russians are okay. I've had them before. They're alright.
And then there's a Kahlua that's a White Russian flavor.
I'm not a big fan of the Kahlua drink. I've tried it before. I'm not a big coffee person. You know what I mean? So that on its own, I'm not a fan of.
Kahlua vodka and heavy cream. So in this case, they're doing Kahlua as their coffee liqueur. See that? Yeah. Now you use any vodka. I'd get El Cheapo vodka if I was going to do that. I guess this new thing is the heavy cream, right? A lot of heavy creams, a lot of calories. I wonder how much you put in there. It's a Big Lebowski classic. What does the dude put in his White Russian? The dude getting the ingredients for a White Russian in the Big Lebowski. Mix together whole milk, cold brew coffee, Luxardo Sambuca, vodka, and St. George's coffee liqueur, and garnish it with a cocoa powder. What? Jesus. Are you... That sounds overly complicated. Are you kidding me?
I think I'm going to tick off clown modes just for that on its own. So yeah.
That's ridiculous. All right. So what I would say, all right, here's what we'll do. Since you guys are recommending the White Russian, all right, what I will do is I'll leave this open on my phone, and when I go out tomorrow, I'll see if I can actually like find the ingredients for a white. I'll just see like what they have at the liquor store, put it together. So some kind of a coffee liqueur, it could be Kahlua or something else, some kind of vodka, right? And I guess some cream. So I'd have to buy some cream to put in it. Because I think all we have is flavored coffee creamer. I don't want that. I think we have like a hazelnut coffee creamer. I don't think you want that. You want like just standard cream in it, right? So, oh, excuse me. That's interesting. I have to imagine you trying to make this on stream and spilling it all over the place. Like, yeah, it's a good idea. Trying to make mixed drinks here in the office with all my equipment. It sounds like a really holiday-themed disaster waiting to happen. Okay. Anyway, all right. So that's a good suggestion. So I think the horchata, if they have it, we'll try that. I'll have to see if I can get the ingredients to make a White Russian. All right. Now, what else? How about this? Anything like a hard liquor that you guys think of when you think of the holidays? Is there anything that you guys would traditionally drink around this time of year? Because I was thinking, is there something I could maybe do some shots of? Like we could have an incentive if I'm playing a game and if like we hit a certain level of support on the stream or whatever, then I'll take a shot. But what would it be? Right? I've done whiskey before, but the thing is, I wouldn't want to do just like maybe plain whiskey. We could find like a flavored whiskey or something like that. Wine? Man. I'm not a huge fan of wine. I'm just being honest. I'm just not. I don't see myself sipping wine all day. I also don't see really having much of an effect. Just being honest. Like in my lifetime, you know, I used to drink so heavily. And be honest, this is back in my days when I used to drink like crazy, like an asshole. All right. I used to drink so heavily that when I drink, like I told you guys, okay, what I was doing for the first few years that we were doing this event is that I would buy a bunch of holiday themed beer, right? We had these different flavored ales. There's like a chocolate ale, you know, a winter's ale. We had one that was called Santa's Butt. Do you remember that? And I would buy like 5 or 6 of these. I'd actually purposely buy all these different ones, and then I would be switching between them and drinking them all day. I would get a little bit of a buzz, but not that much. And what would end up happening is it would kill my guts. Like you're drinking that much beer. What happens is you just get bloated. You're full of calories, right? And you don't feel good. Just admittedly, you just don't, you know? And again, I think that's because I have a very high tolerance at this point because I used to drink so much that it takes a bit. Like if I have 1 or 2 shots, I'll get a buzz. But if I'm drinking a beer, I barely feel anything. And the beer is the equivalent of a shot. It probably take many beers. By the time I'm getting a buzz from beer, I don't really feel good anymore. I'm like, oh, I drank so many. I feel bloated and gross, you know? So that's why I kind of want to stay away from doing beer this year because I think I would rather have stuff that I can drink over the course of the day and not feel bloated and gross, right? Glog. Drawing things, we have something called Glog in Sweden. Mulled wine. It's a mulled-style wine. Glog. Oh, my God.
A mulled-style wine. Not just mulled wine, a mulled-style wine.
I've never had cognac. Isn't cognac incredibly expensive? I could be wrong. I've never had it.
I'm surprised you never fucking had it, considering you fucking love things that are really expensive and you think it's always the fucking best. The best of the best is always the most expensive stuff.
But it seems to me like cognac is just very expensive. No, you know, it's one thing to say I want to drink during the holiday marathon. It's the other thing to say I want to spend $400, you know, on liquor for the holiday marathon. I don't think I want to be going that crazy. Hennessy, I've never had. You know what? I've never had Hennessy. I've seen it a million times in stores and stuff and bars, and I've never had Hennessy once. Some spiced rum. Captain Morgan does gingerbread rum. Really? Gingerbread rum. We make something in Newfoundland called slush. A bunch of vodka and syrup in the freezer. It's sick. Ugh, I don't know about that. See,
just fucking have a Venom. Just fucking make yourself a Venom, you know, fucking Right to Rain. I'm not. It's not a Christmas thing, but just make yourself a Venom. It's a kind of notorious Glasgow cocktail, by the way. If you want to know the ingredients, Google's your friend.
Randy Dishes says, what about Bailey's? Well, if we're already doing horchata, and we're also doing a White Russian, I don't think we want to do something with even more cream. I think we'll stay away from another creamy drink. Have I ever tried sake? I have, but it was many years ago. I tried it like straight up and I hated it. I've had sake in recipes. Like my wife was, for a long time, was making these Japanese style beef bowls, and sake was one of the ingredients she would actually fry up the meat in. And it tastes really good with the meat. But I haven't had like straight up sake in a very long time. Maybe some sake? Would that be interesting? Just for the sake of trying, because I haven't had it in a million years. Maker's Mark. Isn't Maker's Mark also expensive? It's whiskey, right? Isn't Maker's Mark whiskey? Isn't it pricey whiskey? Drawing thinks, does he think I would like Glog? Well, the thing is, I don't even know if they have Glog here. You know what I mean? You're talking about something from the Netherlands or whatever. Or you said Sweden? I don't know if they would have that here. I have to look into it. If you do have sake, would you want chilled or warm? I mean, how could I... The way I say it would have to be chilled. How am I going to have warm sake? I can't boil it and bring it in here. I'd have to have over ice or whatever, right? It's all about the right type of sake? Oh, really? Sake is a drink to be sipped and savored. Jasper, what are you doing? He's in the closet. He's messing around with the decorations. Jasper, don't eat that. He's got, remember my birthday decoration? That's this big explosion of like tinsel streamers of color? He's chewing on it. Jasper, don't chew on this tinsel. You're going to get sick if you break off a piece. I know you like to chew stuff, but I want you to get sick. You nut. Jasper, what did I just say? Now I got to stop him from doing this. Jasper, kitty, why are you being fresh? Don't chew the tinsel. Jasper, don't chew the tinsel.
Just fucking bite him, Jasper. Just fuck him up. He's weak. You will win this fight, Jasper. Just fuck his shit up. Thanks a lot, BST.
I'm okay with you in here. I don't want you getting sick, though. All right? Why don't you lay down? I got this nice blanket. Look how nice and comfy this blanket is. Walk. I got this for you. You never lay on it. Why not? Huh? Lay down the blanket. No, you won't do it. So since I reorganized my closet in the summer, it was August, right? When it was reorganized, I bought a nice blanket for Jasper, thinking that on days when he's in here and he's watching, you know, I'm playing games, he'll want to relax with me in the office. So I ended up getting him this nice blanket, and it's like it almost looks like a deer skin color, but it's very soft, very, you know, cushy blanket. And it's on the floor, just laying across the floor of the closet. You know, I'm like, oh, he'll go in there, he'll lay down. He laid on it once. He liked it. He laid on it and he napped on it. And then after that, since then, he never lays on it. He'll go in there and mess around, and he leaves and he lays on the floor here. I'm like, can't win. Darth Revan, thank you for re-upping your membership for 5 months. He says, happy holidays with a bunch of Santa emotes. Thank you very much, Darth Revan. I appreciate that. Very nice. Okay. So I got some ideas. So you guys are saying some kind of sake. You guys are saying the ingredients for a White Russian. We'll probably try that horchata, and I'll see what else I can find. All right. Ideally, what I want to do is I do want to find something that maybe I can do a shot or two of. So that way, but we'll do some kind of like, maybe, I don't know. We'll have to think.
How about a shot of a 9mm right to your fucking empty pig head?
This way. I can't do a million shots. I'll get drunk as shit. I'll get sick. Okay? So maybe every milestone we hit of support, right? Like every $100 raised on the marathon, I do a shot. But I'll be drinking in between. Like, I'll be having the horchata, I'll be having a White Russian, and then if we hit $100, oh, guys, time for a shot, right? And do something, whoop, do a shot, right? And go from there. But
he's charging $100 per shot. $100 per shot. Wow. And here I am drinking alcohol for free.
Money, yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much to Prophet for Super Chat. He says he should just do Sambuca and bleach. Yeah, just like 1 quart Sambuca and 3 quarts bleach. Sounds like a good combination.
The whole point is I have to slow down if I start getting sick or I start getting way too drunk. All right, I'm not gonna be falling on my face. Okay. All right, so I'll look into this tomorrow. Thank you for the input. Now,
I'm just imagining I'm fucking sitting in a stream guessing, guys, I really want to drink the shot. Please help me get to the goal so I can drink. It's like fucking 4 hours into the fucking stream. It's like, guys, please, I really want to drink the shot, but we've not hit the $100 tip goal yet. Please, I won't be able to drink this shot and, drink for you guys on stream unless you guys give me another $65. Come on now. Fuck off. I am so. Dayglow Hours asking what I'm drinking. One of my birthday presents was basically a box of drinks, Desperados, the tequila beer. I do quite like a Desperados. It's an easy wee drink to have. You know what I mean? It's very easy just to kind of. So I do like Desperados. So I need to actually get another bottle, guys. Give me. I'm going to just keep playing this. Okay, I'll be back in like 2-3 minutes. I'm going to go to the loo. I'm going to get myself a drink, but I'm going to keep playing this. And if anything happens when I'm going, let me know when I come back, okay?
another thing I have to ask you guys before we get to gaming news and shoutouts. Do you guys have any suggestions of holiday-themed, like, treats or snacks or traditions that you usually have in your own cultures that maybe isn't something normal for America? So what I mean by that is in the last couple of years, I tried mincemeat pies, which I never had before. That was a British tradition. Those were absolutely delicious. And then last year, if you remember, I tried Stollen, which was like a stuffed pastry roll thing. And that was ridiculously good. Like, I was like over the top blown away by how good that shit was. But it was so decadent, I couldn't even eat any more of it. I ate it that day and I never ate it again. Because I was like, dude, it is so rich, I can't keep eating that. Okay? So, do you have any suggestions? And if you have something internationally outside of the US that you like around Christmas, I'll look for it. Like I said, we have a place called World Market that has that kind of stuff. And I'll see if I can find something like that. In addition, I'm getting panettone. Panettone is the traditional Italian bread that I get for Christmas time that my wife and I really enjoy. So I'll probably get that and I'll see what else they've got. All right, so here's some suggestions. Peanut butter and yam cookies? Seriously? I never heard of that. Peanut butter and yam? It could be good. I like peanut butter. I've had yams and they're good. I'll have to look into that. Darth Revan says, in the UK we have cheesy balls. You can only get them at Christmas. Now, wait a minute. When you say cheesy balls, do you mean it's a ball made of like spreadable cheese, but they encrust it with stuff like nuts or other ingredients? I've seen those before, I think. I've never tried one. I would think the ideal way to try that is to have some crackers. So you cut off a piece of it, you would spread it on the cracker and try it. If that's what it is. I'm not exactly sure, Dr. Revan, if that's what you're talking about or not. Swedish culture has red heron and beets, a seafood type of dish. Chestnut pie with vanilla. I've never had chestnut pie. I've only ever had chestnuts once. I was walking through New York City and they were doing roasted chestnuts on their street corner carts. And one time we bought them. My dad tried them and I tried them and we were like, eh. They were kind of like overcooked. They were like kind of too smoky, so we didn't like them that much. But I wonder if like a standard roasted chestnut's a little different. I don't know.
I am back and I have fresh alcohol. Did I miss anything, guys? Let me just scroll up the chat very quickly. No sign of anything getting missed. No one's tagged. So cool stuff.
Let's see. Gingerbread cookies with s'mores. I mean, I've had gingerbread before. That's kind of a more typical American thing, I would say. Barrel Shrouds, in my culture, we have roasted turtle dish. Cooked with celery, bell peppers, and carrots. Wow, you roast a real turtle? Whoa. Darth Vader says, no, it's not what I'm saying. It's a small ball of cheese wrapped in a wafer shell. Oh, I've never heard.
First Annihilator saying, so does YouTube not have a terms of service rule against, getting paid to drink like Twitch does? I'm not entirely sure. I don't think they do. Because it's not unusual. I have seen before people do this on stream where if they have a certain contribution, they've got to take a shot. In fact, doesn't Anne, Anne, that a very, that I would attract a restreamer guy, Anne, I'm pretty certain he's got a command where if you fucking, type in the command, he has to take a shot. So some kind of thing there where people type in his command and you get to use a command, he has to take a shot. So yeah, I don't think there is any kind of, redeem drink. I said redeem drink. I have no such thing on these streams. I just drink for the fucking hell of it. But and Train says he drank during the John and Howard react. There you fucking go. Hold on. Warren says that while I was gone, he revealed he didn't know what a cheese ball was. No way. Is that what he's talking about now here?
gingerbread cookies with s'mores. I mean, I've had gingerbread before. That's kind of a more typical
Not that. This bit here.
American thing, I would say. Barrel Shrouds, in my culture, we have roasted turtle dish. Cooked with celery, bell peppers, and carrots. Wow, you roast a real turtle? Whoa.
No, not that. This bit here.
Darth says, no, it's not what I'm saying. It's a small ball of cheese wrapped in a wafer shell. Oh, I've never heard of that.
I'm not going to rewind a couple of minutes. I don't want to put people through this boring nonsense, so I'm just going to crack on. I'll take a guy's word for it. Phil was ignorant about cheese. Cheese is one of my favourite foods.
I get an advent calendar and open it at the end of every pre-stream podcast. It's too late for that. Advent calendar starts December 1st. We're already in the 6th. I mean, tomorrow's the 7th. You want me to start on the 8th?
Fucking moronic fan should have given that idea at least a month in advance so Phil could have prepared. Phil needs that idea at least by October. So then I can go out and look at all the advent calendars and see which ones look so meaningful and robust and, you know, there's plentiful ones. Like, well, what kind of advent calendar will I get? Will I get one with a wee alcohol bottle inside it? Will I get one with the chocolates inside it? Will I get one that has just nothing but, you know, sayings and phrases? Will I get a joke one? Yeah, Phil does not fucking... He needs so much time to prepare this stuff. So next thing, wait until, like, you know, July of next year if you want Phil to get an advent calendar for the following Christmas. Just so he's got plenty of time to prepare and plan.
That'd be a little late, don't you think? Probably. Maybe we do that next year if you guys remember to remind me. I would consider doing that, but we're a little late for that. Build a gingerbread house on stream. I told you guys when I was a kid, I did build a gingerbread house once, and it was a mess. I just remember like the frosting going everywhere, and like me trying to draw with the frosting, and it wouldn't stick right, and it was just a big melty mess. And to put it lightly, it wasn't super enjoyable. You know, you look at the box, it's like, oh, that's what it's going to look like. And you start to do it like, this is shit. It doesn't look anything like that. It's just not a very enjoyable experience. Dr. Revan, continuing off this cheesy ball, says the cheese is soft and mushy. It's not normal cheese, but if you eat too many, they're sickly. Ugh. You know, I doubt I would be able to get that, because I'm trying to think, like, at World Market, would they sell that? Probably not. World Market, just so you guys know, World Market is a store here in the United States that showcases international goods. So you'll go in there and you'll see clothing from different parts of the world. Housewares from different parts of the world, different kinds of furniture, lighting, and then they've got a whole food section. And the food section is neat because they have different, like, locational departments in it, which is really cool that you can buy stuff from. And each one's, you know, there's an Italian section, a more Hispanic Spanish section, a Japanese/Asian section, a British section. You know, in Europe, there's all European different ones. That's what I was thinking. I thought they would have the cheesy balls there if they're what you're describing, because they probably wouldn't keep. Because we also have chocolates called After Eights. You can buy those all year, but they're popular around Christmas. That sounds familiar. After Eights sounds very familiar to me.
After Eights are dynamite, man. They're fucking like wee after dinner, like wee minty chocolates. They're fucking banging, man.
I don't think I've ever had them, though. Drawing things is we have graved salmon. It's cured using salt and sugar with dill. Oh my goodness. Newfoundland says jam cookies. Interesting. Look into Malva pudding. What is Malva pudding? This is interesting to me. There's a lot of stuff I'm learning here. What the hell's that noise? Oh, is someone doing some fucking bullshit out there? What is that noise? The landscapers are not here today. The landscapers are here on Wednesday. So I don't know what the hell that noise is out there. You hear it, right? I hope it doesn't last. Anyway. All right. Well, thank you for your input, guys. I appreciate that. I will look into some of this, and I'll see what I can find. Tomorrow's going to be a very busy day for me. Like, I got to go to the liquor store. I'm going to be looking for, like, a Christmas sweater or hat, so I'll probably go to, like, some clothing stores, like Kohl's and stuff like that. I'm going to go to World Market and see what they've got. I got a lot to do tomorrow. Very busy day. But it should be a fun day with me and the wife. At least, here's the thing. There's a difference between, I got a lot of errands to run, but they're fucking boring shit. Tomorrow, it's going to be fun, Christmas-themed stuff I'm doing. So it should be a really fun day out with my wife and I, so. And by the way, I swear to God, if I check in and says there's snow tomorrow, I am going to destroy the planet. I'm just going to punch the planet.
Motherfucker, no. You can't even fucking get the goddamn lid off your little stupid sound box. You can't fucking... You don't look at it fucking punch anything and do any damage to it. You damage your little tiny fucking fragile piggy noodle arm before you damage a planet. The planet would laugh at you and go, did something happen? Did someone try and tickle me? Nah. You ain't doing shit for those fucking noodle arms.
Oh, just clouds. Good. Good.
Oh, nice. We got some prayer hands from that. That was undeniably prayer hands. We have a double bingo from that. We are 4 away from a full house. Now, sadly, Phil has not snorted a huge amount, as far as I can tell. I've not heard too many fucking snorts from Phil. So, it looks like it's going to be no free space for the snorts. And Phil is sitting at 73 likes right now, although it's possible he has finished the podcast already. I don't know if he's begun gameplay yet. I think he has begun gameplay actually now. I'm looking like further ahead, so yeah. But we're not going to get a free space, guys, so we need Phil to kind of tick all these boxes for us when he's reading the contributions. And we are a whole 30 odd minutes behind Phil right now, so it could happen still. We've got plenty of time. But I'm just letting you guys know we're 4 away, and we need Phil to basically come through with all these things for us.
Okay. Alright, we're good in that regard. Now, really quickly, game news. I believe there's 2 pieces of game news I'd like to talk about. First of all, it was shockingly announced out of nowhere, overnight, Elden Ring is going to have an expansion tomorrow. But it's not what you're thinking. They're going to be doing something called the Colosseum expansion, alright? Basically, it's PvP, which is something that was always present in the Dark Souls franchise, but has not been present in Elden Ring up to this point. They're going to release a PvP update tomorrow.
Hooray, said update! I was wondering if you were going to say update for this, because it was a perfect chance to do it. Phil said update, that is another double bingo. We are 3 away from a full house, guys. So if I have to say it is what it is, it has to have a dumb close-up, and it needs to have at least $15+ in tips. I am very tempted to like just check. Can someone let me know if Phil has $15 yet? It's one of those things we'll know straight away if the game's over or not, because Phil hadn't got $15 by the time I started being on recording for gameplay. That essentially the game might be over already, but if Phil's not even on $15 yet. Mind you, it's Callisto Protocol. Ah, oh, don't tell me actually isn't on. He's on 5 right now. Why Phil's on $5? Are you serious? Hang on.
Here, they know that
Son of a bitch, he's actually on $5 Would you look at that shit? Like, hang on.
there's someone here, but they don't know where I am.
Well, shit. We need a miracle of sorts. We need Phil to start snorting up a storm. We need to get a free space from snorts. You know what? I am going to slow this down to normal speed to make sure we don't miss any goddamn snorts. The things we do is try and get a bingo here. So, the game is not dead yet. We need a free space. It could happen. Keep your ears peeled for these snorts.
Alright, so if you've been interested in PvP in Elden Ring, the Colosseum opens tomorrow. I'm not really interested in it, being honest. You know, I don't really care about PvP. So to me, it's kind of like, meh, I'm not going to give a crap. I'm not going to really bother with it. But for many of you who like PvP and FromSoft, maybe you'll want to do it. Alright, so just throwing that out there. Now, some people are actually, of course, guessing, this is all speculation, that the reason that this is happening is because the Game Awards are on Thursday, the 8th, and they realized what they want to do is actually save the really important stuff for the Game Awards. So they're dropping this PvP update now to get out of the way, and then they're going to actually announce the first major DLC, story-based DLC, for Elden Ring this coming Thursday. That's what it seems like everyone is guessing, or assuming, or speculating. So I don't know if there's any factual basis to it, but that's what people are thinking, okay? So perhaps we will have a big announcement at the Game Awards regarding Elden Ring. We'll find out. Okay, the other piece of news.
Whoa, how many fucking times did they chew that fucking water?
Awards regarding Elden Ring. We'll find
There's like fucking 3 solid chews of water here. Look at that shit.
Yeah.
Wait for it, so he's got a water in his mouth. 1, 2, 3.
Okay, the other piece of news, again, this is kind of in relation to the Game Awards. So the Game Awards has what's called the Viewer's Choice portion. And for those who don't know, the Game Awards aren't really official. What they are is there's a jury of hand-selected people who vote for the Game Awards. All it is mostly, I hate to say it, more liberal, left-leaning gaming journalists, okay? Rather than common gamers. And by the way, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with being liberal or left-leaning.
Yeah, Phil, you were absolutely trying to fucking insinuate there was something very fucking wrong with it. Aye, nice attempt at trying to backtrack on your dumbass claims, Phil. Fucking Mr. Family Values fucking hates the liberals. Just fucking give him a fucking red hat right now. Make Phil rich again. Let's just hear that one more time.
People who vote for the Game Awards. All it is mostly, I hate to say it, more liberal, left-leaning gaming journalists, okay, rather than common gamers. And by the way, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with being liberal or left-leaning. I'm just saying this is the factual truth, is that it's always the same kind of group of gaming journalists that get selected to vote on this stuff. And then a few other people in the industry that are notable. I think, for example, Super Blind Man, who is a industry consultant on accessibility for blind people, is someone who gets to vote on the Game Awards, okay? Now, I'm okay with that, except they always seem to vote on weird shit, and then you get games that get voted in that don't make sense, you know? So every year, they also do what's called the fan vote / viewer's choice vote, where basically the common person can vote on what game they truly feel needs recognition.
Money, money, more money, money, yeah, money, money.
Thank you to Bartwell. Also, Super Chat, it says, remember when Phil said he was probably the most liberal person on Twitch like 3 months ago? I do remember that. Should we try and find it very quickly? Let's just try and use Pig and try and find that clip exactly. Liberal person. This was a long time ago, that was not that. Liberal might be the best criteria, just in general. Yeah. Liberal, left-leaning, liberals here, so this is November. Liberals, don't like the fact. Road guy, I'm not liberal. Hang on, let's see what it says here.
And I'm a middle-of-the-road guy. I'm not liberal, and I'm not conservative. So everyone's going to hate me. I'm going to be the most hated political commentator on the internet when I finally go out and I branch out into that. I'm just not doing it.
Blah, 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 boring. Maybe it's here. Maybe it's fucking here.
This fucking bullshit liberal mindset. And I hate to say it, I'm probably more in line with their liberal mindset than most of the fucking streamers they have over there. They're just morons. They're actual idiots. They don't understand that I actually do agree with most liberal mindsets. I'm totally for anyone having freedom to decide however you want to live your own life. I'm not bigoted. I'm not biased. I support that kind of stuff and always have. But they're so fucking stupid over there that they believe my fucking trolls sending them videos that I did over a decade ago saying that's who I am today. And their upper management had a shift in philosophy in that year. That's why Dr. Disrespect got kicked off the site. That's why I got kicked out of the partner program. They had this insane, stupid movement to be unprofessional and just kick people off the site who are problematic, even if they're not. So
Fucking beautiful, salty, ragey, fucking bitching from Phil. That was like fucking eating something very delicious. That, you know, it's just that sort of salty fucking ranting from Phil. It's just glorious. Thank you very much for suggesting. I'm glad we searched for that. I'm glad we went and found that. That was beautiful. I'm going back to. I'm going to 1.5 speed by the way, guys. I'm giving up on hitting the snort goal. I don't think it's going to happen. Phil was not snorting at all. He must have woken up early today and got it all out of the system.
In that year. So in previous years, I'll give you a really big example. 2 years ago, every gaming journalist and everyone on that jury voted for Last of Us 2, and it overwhelmingly won Game of the Year. All right, but then for the actual gamers and viewers' choice, it was actually Ghost of Tsushima that won in a big win. So there was a dichotomy. Which really is the best game of the year? The game that the gamers chose, or the game that the journalists chose? Right? So there you have it. In reality, they're both good games. So I don't think anyone can lose here. But the point I'm making is there's no official game of the year. There's always room for disagreement there. Okay? The viewer's choice or gamer's choice or whatever the heck they're calling it this year is so unique. Just listen. Here's the 5 games that are in the running: Stray, God of War Ragnarok, Elden Ring, Genshin Impact, and Sonic Frontiers. And as of last night, now I don't know if there's been another wave of voting. As of last night, just listen to this. Sonic Frontiers is winning with 60% of the vote. The number 2 runner-up is Genshin Impact with 21%. The other games don't even stand a chance. Sonic is winning by insane amounts. So Sonic fans have mobilized to say, these Game Awards are shit. You guys panned Sonic. You didn't even nominate it for anything. Like, it didn't get nominated even for the soundtrack. And the soundtrack is actually one of the best gaming soundtracks in years, in my opinion. It's a shame that it got snubbed for that. So I guess they're pretty upset. Sonic fans are voting in droves for Sonic Unleashed. And at the very least, or excuse me, Sonic Unleashed, Sonic Frontiers. At the very least, if the game, if, whatever's going to win the official game of the year, if Sonic Frontiers wins Game of the Year, Viewer's Choice or whatever, at least they'll get some notoriety. I do think it deserves some notoriety. Is it a perfect game? Hell no. The game is flawed. The game has issues. But it's the best Sonic game, the 3D Sonic game, I should say, in about a decade. It does deserve some notice, some notability. And the fact that they literally snubbed it is a joke, in my opinion. That they would completely snub the game the way that they did is absolutely ridiculous. I'm pretty upset that they did, honestly. And, maybe it'll get something out of it, right? It's interesting to see how the voting, every year the voting for that is so wild and not in line with what, like, the gaming journalists are saying about games that year. So, all right. So, ladies and gentlemen, shout-outs. We don't have many. We've got Des Super, who became a member earlier. We got William S., who did a super chat. He says, Phil, what game titles are you looking forward to most in 2023? Admittedly, I don't know what's coming out in 2023. I've been so busy with the stuff coming out here late 2022. I haven't even given a single thought to 2023. Likely, it will be like when I finish with my Game of the Year awards, right? That's probably when I will look at the schedule for 2023 and see what's coming up in January, February, March, and start, getting hyped for those games. I'm so backlogged on stuff now. I don't even know where to begin or what to think of 2023, so I'm not even going to say nothing yet, okay? But I do appreciate that support. Thank you so much. And then Darth Revan has already called out re-up his membership. So what I can see, we have no tips to shout out, and that's it. We covered everything. So if you guys wanted to tag me in the chat, all right. If you want
okay, I'm going to make a prediction here. If Phil is going to question whether his tips is actually working or not, that's a free square. He's not had a single tip, and I'm surprised he's not wondering about it. I'm surprised he's not going, is it working? Let me just check if it's working. I'm surprised he's not fucking, moved to do that after, 50 minutes of, actually more than 50 minutes of him ranting and raving on the fucking stream. When he's doing contributions with it, it's usually like, an easy hour or so in, and not a single fucking tip. If Phil questions whether it's fucking his tips link is working or not, I think I'll take that as a free space. Just because, fuck you, Phil.
Tag me in the chat here with a question. With the next 10 minutes, I will answer. And like I said, the podcast now, we're going to try to end by 12:30 p.m. Give me a little bit of a break in between to maybe use the restroom or whatever. And then we're going to start with gameplay by 12:45 p.m. Pacific time every day. Okay? Shout out to Chance, who says it's his birthday. Happy birthday to Chance. What's going on, Jade? It's good to see you today. How are you? Well, I do a podcast for games that will come in 2023. Says,
fuck you, Chance. It's my birthday, and that's more important. Not.
Shout out to Chance, who says it's his birthday. Happy birthday to Chance. What's going on, Jade? It's good to see you today. How are you? Well, I do a podcast for games that will come in 2023. Says Rodham Electric. Well, once we get through the Game of the Year awards and everything, maybe we'll have a level 1 podcast that'll be like a preview. We'll go through the schedule for games that are scheduled for several months of the year. And yeah, likely we will do something like that come 2023. Jackie says, do you think one day you'll get a mini fridge for your office for water bottles and other drinks? I don't really see the need. I always bring in a ginormous seltzer bottle, which I never drink this whole thing on one stream. It's so much. This is 33 ounces. On any given stream, I'll likely drink half, if not a little more than half, but I never get through that whole bottle. Then I've got, a chilled thermos of filtered water, and then of course on my late streams I have
Whoa. Phil just admitted to wasting around half of those fucking bottles every single fucking time. He says he never gets fucking through it, so he throws that shit. Every time Phil shows up to this shit, he's fucking got a full bottle. He throws the rest of that shit out. He drinks like fucking half of it, maybe, and then he just chucks that shit out. Jesus Christ, man. Ian Sorare says, Jesus Christ, have you seen the Derek you can pee on me tweet? Oh, for fuck's sake. I don't want to see that creepy little bastard's fucking tweets. Jeez, no, fuck no, I don't. Gee. All I'll say about Derek is at least he's fucking creeping on actual legally, fucking legal women, He's not fucking going after the underage girls. At least they're fucking legal age of consent. That's all I'll say about Derek right now. It's an improvement in my opinion for him to go after, women who are of legal age to enjoy such things rather than creeping on the fucking underage girls like he used to.
Coffee right before them. That's more than enough hydration. I'm not someone who pops sodas or beers or anything like that. I don't really see the need to have a mini fridge in here. I could easily get one, but I just don't see the purpose behind it. I don't think I'm going to get much or any use out of it. So, and my kitchen's not far away. I walk down the stairs, I'm in the kitchen, I grab something quick, I come right back. It's not a huge deal, So I don't think I need one, no. Well, let's see here. Expand Dog says, Genshin fans are only voting because in the past when Genshin wins awards, the devs typically reward free premium currencies. Sonic deserves a win for the complete snubbing. Wow. So if Genshin Impact wins an award, everyone gets something for free in the game, so just vote for it. What's hilarious is that Genshin Impact is an old game. Genshin Impact's been out for several years. I understand that it's a game as a service game, so maybe you feel 2022 was their best year yet. That doesn't make it game of the year. It's not a new game. Yet they're still voting for it, but whatever. Can we see Spider, the Spider from Halloween in the background wearing a Santa hat? No. The Spider is retired for the year. Kevin Jones, I can't wait for you to start playing Callisto Protocol. There's an interesting part coming up today. Sounds good. Cooper says, do you wish I grew up with siblings? I did. Although she wasn't really my sibling, she was my cousin. I grew up with my cousin who was about 5 years older than me, as like an older sister. And it wasn't until, you know, her early 20s when basically she kind of moved out and did her own life. And then I was the only child for a few years until I moved out. So I basically had a sister my whole life. Will I do a run of Callisto Protocol on hard one day? I doubt it. I don't think there's a demand for that. You guys are already seeing me, you know, enjoy it and die a million times in the main game. I don't think I would redo. I'm not one of those guys that does double, triple challenge runs or anything like that. Randy Disher says, I've nominated the Atari 50th Anniversary Collection to be perfect for the marathon. When do you announce the games being played? So we're about a week into the month. You guys will have one more week to nominate games for the Christmas marathon. I will let it run basically till like the end of next week. And then probably what I'll do is the end of next week, I'll close off your ability to nominate. I will tally up and make the poll. And then basically for 1 week, you'll vote on the games that will be in the marathon. I'll also tally up the nominations that members did, and we'll figure out what is the members game that members have selected to be in the marathon. So that's all coming in about a week's time. Wanderer says the same people who made Double Dragon Neon actually worked on the River City games in 2019 and the sequel in the future. Any interest in playing? Maybe. I do like side-scrolling beat-em-ups. They just kind of fall off my radar because I don't get a lot of demand from my viewers for them. That's more like a kind of a retro thing that I would probably enjoy better than the viewer base. You know, kind of like when I played Shredder's Revenge this summer, and I liked it, but not a lot of people did. We'll see. I didn't know that, though. I didn't know that they had worked on those. Expand Dogs is from Jeff's perspective. I assume he's saying Jeff Keighley. Ongoing games like Genshin and Fortnite are allowed for any year. To be honest, it'd be messed up if Fortnite was only allowed awards for its first year with how different it's become. Well, never mind. I'm not even going to comment on that. But I understand what you're saying. Thank you, Expand Dog. Parasola says Callisto might get a story DLC. Would you play it? I don't know. To me, here's the thing. If I really like a game, I always consider doing an expansion DLC from it. DLCs almost never work with my audience. The exceptions to that rule would be FromSoft DLCs usually work. And for example, with Fallout games in the past, those DLCs have worked. But for the most part, for whatever reason, games will get attention when they're new releases. But when a DLC comes out, you know, months to years later, it's very... Case in point, Ghost of Tsushima, right? Came out in the summer of 2020. Shockingly, or was it 2021? No, 2020. Shockingly good. I think it blew everyone away with how good it was. No one was expecting the game to be that good. You know, Game of the Year contender. Everyone loves it. Ghost of Tsushima expansion comes out summer of 2021. I play it. No one cares. Attendance is abysmal. You know, engagement support is non-existent. Everyone's saying, it's the same game, play something else. I was like, wow, what a change in attitude. You know, Ghost of Tsushima, everyone loved. The streams did well. You know, we had chill fun. Expansion comes out. It's like, you know, everyone's opinion has changed or something. So, what do you think, Jasper? What do you think? You won't answer. I don't know. DLCs typically don't do that well. So, I mean, I would consider it, but I don't know if I would definitely commit to it. You know what I mean? Expand Dogs, I think the Pokemon Sword Shield DLC went well. I think they did pretty good. I think you're right. Those two story expansions for Pokemon Sword and Shield, I remember them doing pretty good too. You know why? Because Pokemon has this dedicated fan base that likes my stuff. You know, they come by, so. What is Jasper's Game of the Year? Do you really have to ask? Are you out of your mind? Come on. What game do you think Jasper would like for Game of the Year? Let's be honest here. He's just so happy to be getting pets right now. He never gets pets when he's up here. He's like, oh, I'm getting pets. Stray? No. Modern Warfare 2. Of course he likes Modern Warfare 2. He's a first-person junkie. You guys know that. He's a quick-scope fiend. Come on. Now what are you doing? He's laying on my lap. Jasper, you cannot lay on my lap during the stream. This is not going to work. You can stay there for a minute, but you have to move soon. Don't fall asleep. Don't fall asleep on my lap. Oh my goodness. He's cute. Anyway, I received a $5 tip. It's actually my first tip of the day. Thank you to whoever this was.
Damn. He actually fucking got a tip about question whether the goddamn thing worked or not. That's his only tip ever, so yeah. Damn. We might as well keep playing to see how close we got to a full house, but we're not going to get a full house because he has not got $15+ in tips before recording for fucking YouTube for gameplay.
It is Chef D. He says, I got you on in the kitchen. I'm prepping for catering tonight. Can you give a shout out to my kitchen brigade? Shout out to the kitchen brigade of Chef D. Happy holidays to all of you. And good luck with the prep. Be very careful. Remember, safety is the most important thing. Because it doesn't matter how delicious your dish is if you have a finger in it. If you have a finger in it. I mean, yeah, it's extra protein. But that one bad review, you know? You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Chef D. Actually, I forgot here. Animation for you as well, Chef D. Like, for example, let's say you're Marv here, and you burn your entire scalp off flambeing your dinner, right? Now you have a big lump of your scalp in the flambe. That's not going to work. People might complain. And then, you know, all that work for nothing. There you go. Let's see here. Zach Miles says, I was actually hoping Stray would have a chance at Game of the Year because how unique it is. I mean, that would be so cool. I really don't think Stray is winning Game of the Year. I would think it's either going to be Elden Ring or it's going to be God of War Ragnarok. Meaning that these are the two games that were the most butt-kissed by journalists this year. And by the way, I'm not saying that I disagree with that. I think that they are two superbly great games. But
I love the fact, okay, I noticed it as well, but everyone else in chat knows as well, so give it a second. So, who is this from Home Alone, guys? Who is that animated character in Home Alone? The criminals were called Harry and Marv. Does anyone remember which one was which? Phil, who loves Home Alone. Home Alone's one of his favourite movies ever, not just Christmas movies, but yeah. Phil calls him fucking Marv. This is Harry. He's a big fan of Home Alone. He just cannot be arsed to know which one's which.
Scallop in the flambe. That's not going to work. People might complain. And then, you know, all that work for nothing.
But I didn't even say the fucking name. Hang on.
Like, for example, let's say you're Marv here, and you burn your entire scalp off flambeing your dinner, right? Now you have a big lump of your...
Clearly that's so. Yeah, obviously his face swapped to be Phil's face. Even though it's maybe Phil's face, it does not really look like Phil's face, in my opinion. That, to me, does not look like Phil's face. I said it before. It looks like the wee kind of creepy little villain guy that, you know, Jafar sends into the fucking cave at the start of, you know, Aladdin. Looks a wee bit like him. And then, you know, the fucking cave kind of eats him up and goes, nah, send me someone better. But yeah.
Your scalp in the flambe. That's not going to work. People might complain. And then, you know, all that work for nothing. There you go. Let's see here. Zach Miles says, I was actually hoping Stray would have a chance at Game of the Year because how unique it is. I mean, that would be so cool. I really don't think Stray's winning Game of the Year. I would think it's either going to be Elden Ring or it's going to be God of War Ragnarok. Meaning that these are the two games that were the most butt-kissed by journalists this year. And by the way, I'm not saying that I disagree with that. I think that they are two superbly great games. But I'm definitely thinking it's going to be between those two. And I think everyone's wondering between the two what will win. So. Jay's ready for horror. Me too. What are your thoughts on the pricing of the Dead Space remake? I think it's a tad too much for a remake of a 14-year-old game. It's $70, right? It's full retail price. See, here's the thing. The way I see it is you got to compare apples to apples. Resident Evil 2 Remake was just that, a full-fledged remake from the ground up. Did it have the same location and the same story elements? Yes. But the graphics, the gameplay, the puzzles, everything was different. It was like a new game in the same universe, right? Almost a reimagining. I love that. The Dead Space Remake is Dead Space 1. With better graphics and a little bit better gameplay, but it's literally the same game. They're not reimagining the game. It's going to be the same stages, the same enemies. It's just going to run better and look more modern, right? That's why when people say to me, oh, forget Callisto Protocol, can't wait for the Dead Space remake in January, I'm like, yeah, but did you play Dead Space? Because if you did, why are you so hyped? It's the same game.
That's his name. Clyde Dale says that wee fucking villain's name at the fucking beginning of the movie. Abyss Mal. Abyss Mal. Wait, is it? I thought it was the second one. What was the name of the villain in the second one? The guy that fucking got the lamp at Jafar, you know, the fucking... The barely fucking scene straight to fucking video second Aladdin movie, you know, where, like, yeah, that's what it is. Abyss Mal from the second movie. Gazim is at the start of fucking, let me fucking go. I had a feeling, aye, Gazim, there you go. Gazim was a fucking name. That's why I think Phil looks like, you know, that fucking animation looks like fucking Gazim from Aladdin. A random, or fucking, whatever, Gazim, Kazam, fucking whatever. The fucking dude got fucking ate up by some fucking cave lion thing, you know. He had like fucking 2 minutes of fame. He was fucking an animated character for fuck's sake. Yeah. That looks more like fucking Phil though than, you know, sorry, that looks more like the fucking animation than it does look like fucking Phil. That's the fucking vibe I get.
This is not redesign.
Was that a snort?
It's remake in January. I'm like, yeah, but did you play Dead Space? Because if you did, why are you so hyped? It's the same game. This is not redesigning the game from the ground up. It's the same game, just looking and running slightly better. So I don't get the hype for the Dead Space remake, quite frankly. I'm just like, oh, Isaac Clarke has dialogue.
Warren Luther says, what dipshit doesn't understand is that they have given Isaac actual voice lines and they have redone all the voice lines because he now talks. And Phil's about to address that right now.
So I don't get the hype for the Dead Space remake, quite frankly. I'm just like, oh, Isaac Clarke has dialogue. Woo! Wow, that's really going to add so much to the game, I'm sure, right? I don't.
Wow, what a dismissive piece of shit. From what I can gather, there's a whole lot of effort going into this fucking remake. Like, going above and beyond what they could have done. They're going, like, extra mile here.
Okay. Guys, it is time to end the podcast. I want to say thank you so very much. Happy holidays to everyone. I hope that you enjoyed the show. Until next time, in a couple of days, I leave you with this. Okay, everybody, so allow me to get everything ready. We are going to take a very brief break for me to use the restroom. It's not going to be an extended break, okay? It's just going to be a short one. Excuse me. Whew. It's just going to be a short one for me to use the restroom. And then we're going to jump here into Callisto Protocol, all right? and I need to dim the lights, right? So what I will do is I will go turn the lights down to level 1, and then we will get ready here to start. And we'll see.
Even the fucking lights are at level 1. Jesus Christ.
The hard part of the game. We're in the part of the game where we're fighting enemies that hear you, and if they hear you, basically a ton of enemies spawn and rip out of all the walls. Okay? Pretty messed up. It's scary and very tense, and if they rip out of the walls, you really can't survive. So you just gotta stay quiet. So I'm excited to see where it goes today, the next 3 hours. So thank you guys for being a chill audience for the podcast. I will not monetize this. Just give me like 2-3 minutes to use the restroom. I'll be right back, and then we will start, okay? Thanks. I'm just gonna mute the mic, and I'll be right back.
So Phil was buggered off. Client Dale saying, can we please, for the love of God, add burps to our snort count? One little issue with that really is someone else will need to keep counting for me. I could easily put it next to the snort. I can move snorts over a wee bit, you know, and we could have a burps one next to it. But I think I would need to help keep counting though. This is I'm trying to keep track of the bingo card as well, try to keep track of the snorts, as well try to keep track of the burps. It's just, I would definitely need, you know, a wee bit of assistance on that regard because there's so much to try and keep track of. And even then, I'm still crap at it sometimes, as you guys know, because I do miss things sometimes. But the game's almost over, guys. Let's just speed Philip coming back to his fucking stream. Hang on, where the fuck is he? Come on, hurry up, fucking come back. Spamming the right arrow. Cat's not even there. Cat's at work, so why the hell is it taking so long? Oh, I know why. It's WWE Champions time.
Let me get the lights dimmed.
Oh, he's back. Now he's dimming the lights.
Oh, there he took off. He stole my chair. Unacceptable. How could you, buddy? You could stay in here. You just can't steal my chair, you nut. Get back in here. Now he's staring at me like, oh, did I do something wrong? He's actually looking at me like he thinks I'm scolding him. I'm not scolding him. I'm just being silly.
Get out of there, Jasper. It's not safe.
If only he could understand English. Okay.
If only he
Now on my schedule, I'm basically saying I'm not starting gameplay till 12:40.
I did not mean to play that animation, that fucking sound, guys. That was an accidental fucking misclick. Whoops-a-daisy. I blew my horn too soon. I blew it too soon. It was an accidental blowing of the horns. Just calm your hams.
5 p.m. Pacific time. It basically gives me extra time. It gives me that 15 minutes if I need some extra setup. If I need to use the restroom like I did, right? It gives me time. So that's good. I like that. So now I'm not late. I'm actually early. We're at 12:40. I'm about to start gameplay. I'm technically starting earlier than what I had promised. That's what we call under-promising and over-delivering. That's what we call that. And that's what you want to do. If you operate a business or just in life in general, you want to under-promise and over-deliver because that's what's called delighting your customer. It makes your customer feel like you're giving them something extra in addition to what you already said you would do.
I mean, if your fucking customers, aka your fucking viewers, are delighted to, they're fucking giving you so much fucking support by now. They just fucking want you to hurry up and play the goddamn game, you boring fucking dick.
Much better than promising them the world and not being able to live up to it. You see that? I learned that in college, actually. I did. That was in Marketing 101 that you learned that. So, you guys ready for Callisto Protocol? Did I fall in? No, I pooped, and then I wiped, and then I washed my hands. No, I did not fall in. Ridiculous question. That's correct, Sir June. Also, it's a leadership skill. It's very good in many things in life, in business and others. Oh, Jackie, I'm sure I've applied many different things from my business school days to my actual business. The things took so long. Like, you know, I went to college from, 2000 to 2004. And then I didn't actually start to operate my own business, technically, until 2011, right? So 7+ years later. But now I've been able to apply some...
I fucking love how now he's fully admitting, it was my business in 2011. When it was first revealed that Phil was running Phil always denied for so many years, I am not running a business. Even though he was strictly, officially running a business. He was determined not to be considered as running a business. This is because he knew he would get in trouble if the IRS found out he was operating a business without paying said taxes for the business. And so a bunch of detractors, I believe, signed him up to all these different sort of mailing thing. He was on mailing lists, and the mailing list was in the name of Burnell Enterprises, which is his business name, I believe. So basically, I think the IRS found out that Phil actually was operating a business because of detractors signing him up for your mailing lists. I believe that is kind of accurate. I'm a bit fuzzy on the concrete details of all of it happening, but that's how Phil tells it as well. Phil tells it as to detractors signing them up on this mailing list of sorts for all these different things, and then questions were asked of him as to whether he was actually operating a business. And he is so strange about it for so long, because he's like, yeah, it's not really a business, this is like a hobby, shit. It's like, no, this is your job, this is your career, Phil, this is a business. Yeah, Phil was desperate not to pay those business taxes, and yeah, they when they caught up with him about them, they hit him hard with it. Chris Dyson says the taxes should be employed by the IRS. We do a better job on them. Oh, well, we do a better job on one individual. We know what Phil is spending that money on. They're not too clued up on where Phil's money goes, but we are, because we pay so much close attention to one individual. I mean, we could be freelance with the IRS just to make sure Phil pays his dues. Wardog says, check my Discord. Okay, I'm guessing I'm being corrected here. Oh, hello. It's a Dead Space graphics comparison. Okay, 2 seconds. I'll play that in a second. Let's just finish the bingo first, right? The bingo's almost over. Let's confirm it's over. And then we'll play that just so people can learn how Phil is so wrong about the Dead Space remake. Catch you later, Bill Brasky. Cheers.
Those lessons, so.
We'll just get the bingo finished first and confirmed over.
Let's jump back in. Jump back into Callisto. Here we are. Oh, man.
Wait for it.
Yeah, this is right where we left off, too.
Wait for it.
It's right where we left off.
It's almost over.
Coming up against next. All right, are you guys ready? Oh, boy. All right, here we go. Hello, everyone.
That's the end of bingo. Bill's, fucking boring bastard fucking is finished. Let's refresh the stream very quickly and see where Phil's doing. Bill got a big boy $20 tip from Hassox5. So he's up to $25 now. Fucking hooray for that. Who fucking cares? Couple of things to check out, guys, before we go. Wardog has sent the following video. It's a 6-minute video. Let's just see. Actually, I'm going to play this at a faster speed. Let's play this at like 1.5. So, that's interesting. So, the original's on the right hand side, the remake's on the left. Okay, cool.
Yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much to Black Mage for Super Chat. It says, I just unlocked the Doomslayer in Fortnite. Fuck yeah. Well done, Black Mage, for that. I assume you're still naked and covered in Doritos or whatever it was. What was it you said earlier on, Black Mage, which caused me such mental trauma? I'm naked and stoned while eating Doritos and drinking Rockstar Happy Birthday. So I assume that's all still happening where you just unlocked Doomslayer in Fortnite, so congratulations, pal. And thank you very much, Twice Dan, for the kind words. But yeah, Wardog just says, remember, people shouldn't be excited for this game because it's just the same game. This is clearly not the same. They've done a whole lot of work to this game, clearly. I mean, look at the differences. Like I'll say, the left-hand side is a remake, the right-hand side is original. And yeah, the left-hand side has clearly been quite a lot that has went into this game. A wee reminder that I'm at 1.5 speed just to get through it quicker, but yeah, you get what I'm saying. Okay. Seems a lot less dramatic in the remake, I'm just going to say. Like, there was a hell of a good wee jump scare from the original. The remake is like, oh, there he is. He's right fucking there. I was just pointing this thing at him for a while and hold him in place. That's what it looked like anyway. It definitely looks better. That's undeniably, it looks so much better.
Yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much for the tip. Twice Dan says, happy birthday, King Jad. Have one on me. I really do appreciate that. Thank you very much. But we're going to end the stream very soon. I'm just playing this. Says, Phil dismissed the Dead Space remake as not being anything worth talking about. It's like, oh, big deal. Isaac's got fucking audio lines, big fucking deal. But it's clearly a lot of work went into this remake. And this video is evidence of that Wardog sent me. It comes just a graphics comparison between the remake and original. Yeah. Jesus, man. Yeah, the remake looks so much fucking better. Catch you later, have a P, thanks. So yeah, I'm not going to play the whole thing because, you know, that's what I was saying. But it's clear to me straight after that, you can tell Phil was wrong, just undeniably, blatantly wrong on his take on this. That's all, his big deal. It's like he's absolutely doing his best to dismiss Dead Space as being worth talking about because he wants to try and hype up Callisto Protocol all the more. The spiritual successor of Dead Space. For goodness sake. But, okay, guys, so back to Bingo. Bingo's done. Bingo's finished. We didn't win Bingo. We're a few away from Full House, sadly, because Phil just had to ruin my birthday. Phil ruined my birthday by not saying or doing the things that we need him to do for a Full House. But 22 out of 25 is still not bad, in my opinion. That's the wrong card. I mean, keep in mind I picked the wrong card. We might have had a Full House if I hadn't picked the wrong card, so sorry about that, guys. I was in such a rush to try and get the right card sorted, in the end I picked the wrong bloody one. But I was saving it, and yeah, it's going to be one of those what-if scenarios. If I'd picked the right card, would we have got a Full House? Would we have got as close as we did? It'll be one of those ones we'll never know the answer to. Unless we go back in time in the stream, check out what card I missed, and then go through the whole stream again and see if all things happened or not. But I'm too much a lazy bastard to do that, because fuck that. I am going to call time on DSP Bingo here. Guys, thank you very much for all your kindness, all your positivity, all your support as well. You guys have been so generous with me. It's like one of those, you didn't need to fucking be as supportive as that in terms of, you know, the you know, contributions on it. You guys are just incredible. I'm sad that we couldn't get a Full House, especially because you guys have been so generous today. And I've got nothing to give back to you guys other than mad dumbass words. You know what I mean? But hopefully we get a Full House soon so I can get to give back to you guys soon again. Yeah, there's always Thursday. I'll be back on Thursday for some more DSP Bingo. Phil is off tomorrow, and I'll not be doing anything tomorrow either because, you know, I'll be busy tomorrow. I'll be busy having a belated birthday celebration meal with my fiance. Nice wee dinner somewhere. But yeah, guys, I'm going to wrap things up there, guys. Thank you very much for joining us on DSP Bingo. Thank you for keeping me right in the card, and also, once again, thank you for all your generous contributions. You guys have been incredible, and it's a shame as we couldn't get a Full House. But as always, we can always try again on Thursday. Bradbury's asking, did you used to make DSP videos over footage of a stickman fighting game? That wasn't me. I didn't really start making DSP videos until basically my channel. Like, the earliest DSP video on my channel was when I started making DSP videos. That was what I did. But before then, I was just a detractor, just watching from the sidelines, Bradbury, so there you go. Did you know I'm not taking her to Burger King? No, we're not having a Burger King. Bradbury says there's another Scottish fella then. Maybe War Dog would know who it is. You know, I don't know. It doesn't ring a bell to me. DSP Stickman videos with a Scottish person. It doesn't ring any bells with me, but maybe War Dog would know, I don't know. Because he knows quite a bit as well, to be fair. But it doesn't ring a bell with me at all. But anyway, I'm going to wrap things up there, guys. Thank you very much once again, and I'll catch you all on Thursday for some more DSP Bingo. You guys can join me if you so wish. But until then, it's been kind Jad. Enjoy the rest of your Tuesday, how you wish to spend it. I'm going to have a few more drinks and enjoy the rest of my birthday while I still can. And yeah, enjoy the Wednesday as well, enjoy Phil's day off. But until then, have a good one, guys. Peace out.
On September 14th, a pre-authorized payment of $16.51 from PayPal.
All right, Luna Mills has tipped me $1.30. It says, I'm back. What's your favorite type of shower? When you're showered in money. When you go outside, all of a sudden, greenbacks start falling from the sky. And you raise your face up, you're like, oh, you start dancing, you go, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. All right, I don't know what the hell you're talking about, but thank you for the first tip of the day. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money. the money.
Free.
Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. And it's gone, just gone like that. In an instant, fucking gone.